And we are recording.
Hooray!
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. Uh, we're going to be. It's going to be kind of odd because I'm not actually going to ask our players today what happened because there were actually two separate groups that kind of
Okay.
went different ways on two different adventures behind the scenes.
Fancy.
We'll let them kind of interact should they decide to summon each other back, but we will be continuing at the lower parts of Wormtown, I believe. Uh, I believe to kind of set the scene, Rovan had just landed at the bottom floor, and Rovan, I did give you an update that you can notify the players about in your message board.
Yes, so everybody in Wormtown is aware we are dealing with something either demonic or undead in this vicinity.
Oh, concerning.
Rather quite.
And we should probably stop playing the happy, joyful music. It is.
And switch to something a little more tense.
I think this was the one that I like better.
Oh, ominous.
It is a good one.
Do you guys, those who are in Wormtown, call out to Vale, or at a point had tried to notify Vale when she didn't come to your request during previous session?
And then we're talking about my fun session, right?
We were talking about your fun session. Yes. Did any of y'all make attempt to contact Vale?
We looked around, but Vale was not around to receive one of my sending stones. Oh, did she get the upgrade?
Everyone got the upgrade.
And I don't think we. No, yeah, I did attempt to raise Vale on the chirp, and there was no answer.
Vale, do you try to make contact with the team?
Once I get back, probably.
I'd say after your long night you had, you'd probably wake up very groggy.
Oh no, like,
Ru-
well, if they're not back by the morning, then I'm going looking.
Well, they left by morning. You, I think, were trying to recollect yourself after last night's events. But could we effectively say that the players attempted to bring Vale into the same into Wormtown?
Yeah,
Or not.
I remember Nox actively either looking, maybe I forgot if we had the chirps upgraded or whatnot, but I remember, like, hey, where's Vale? Oh, she's not here, she's not in her room. Okay, maybe she's out doing something. I remember that. So we at least looked, but I don't think we.
Vale, in the time that it would have taken you to, first of all, get rid of that nagging headache and reapply whatever ointment's necessary, you eventually found your way towards what looked to be a very well disordered street, if I can say that. This is the not so great part of Omiya 6 on the surface area. And I will start to update the map now. You're actually, Vale, going to be kind of scrolling down a little bit towards the center.
He's waiting to hear if you have.
Vale, you can go ahead and, as you go ahead and approach onto Wormtown, you do find what looks to be like a deserted-looking house that Nox had last pinged you from. Eris, do you try to make contact with her? I know you were on the second floor, or rather, you were still in the main area.
I would say I would if I know she was coming, but I think let's check in.
And Vale, when you see Eris kind of approaching, what would he see? What would you? How would you describe your character now to
She
Eris?
doesn't look like she used to. Same demeanor, but the cloak is blue and dripping frost and snowflakes. There's a very small snowstorm behind
Do
it.
do I see your approach, or is he still away? He said, yeah.
Yeah, I'll come along.
I'll be waiting. I'm above the entrance they went in of, so.
Yeah, if I see you, I'll probably like, all right, let's just like sidle over wherever the hell over is.
This is the morning, right?
So it is about noontime, almost 1 o'clock.
The next day after my craziness. Mostly for mostly for spells and health recovery.
You guys had not casted any spells I know of except for, I believe there was a Dispel Magic.
I've casted 2 spells during our last fight. I think one was a Detect Magic. Yes, to get in here.
And that's all so far.
Gotcha. Okay, now I'm remembering where we are. So we are current, right?
Rovan, you had gone down into the depths below. It was almost on 110 feet drop before eventually making it towards the floor. And as you kind of look around, you feel like it's definitely wet down here.
I dislike damp atmospheres.
You're not the only one. It makes gunpowder hard to fire.
Well,
Vale,
shall
how
we
do you
follow
go
this
for
and
it?
see where it leads?
Shall I take the lead or shall you? Actually, compression. Walk ahead of us.
I don't have my metallic footsteps effect, but
Right, this is the fucker that's been messing with me. Now I'm remembering.
as compression leads the way down this long corridor, eventually you find that the entire area opens up. It's a very large cavern, and almost immediately you can notice that the ceiling is almost 60 feet up at its max. You also see what looks to be like dripping that seems to be coming through the floorboards of a shoddily built house abode underneath. And whatever was left of that produced the blood is nothing but mangled bits.
Do they look green at all?
You could do a medicine check.
Oh, that's a good roll. 17.
You guys can see the screen, right? Like I haven't kept you guys
No,
on
I
a
see. I'm
different
there.
screen. Okay. As you get a closer look towards the body from the area you're at, you can definitely determine that there is a human ear in there.
A human. Okay. Oh, right. I look like a different person. Right.
Yes, Vale, as you were to be approaching in, you do see Esteban.
My Esteban?
You're Esteban.
Wait, aren't we deep underground? Isn't
You
Vale
are deep underground.
Isn't Vale upstairs?
Oh, I didn't know if you stuck up there or not.
No, I was right beside Rovan. Rovan and I went down.
Oh, well, my bad. You will eventually see.
Sorry.
Does anything... Investigating this blood spatter here, Sean, do I see anything out of the ordinary?
do
other
a-
than investigation?
You can do an investigation check.
So you said this was human remains.
There is definitely a human ear.
Which is good. It may not be our feather friends.
I don't see
Vale's
shit.
gonna walk into up to Neela and Eris. What happened?
You two remember it all?
Rovan, it's complicated to kind of discern what you're looking at. There is blood and guts mashed into nothingness onto this particular spot. It's very complicated to go ahead and kind of even decide what may have happened here, but you do notice that the entire table that this body is sitting next to has been almost toppled over.
Do I smell gunpowder in the air?
You could do a nature check, survival,
Perception?
and Ilnaya, I
Perceiving a smell?
I feel like survival would be more for smell.
Okay, sure. They're both the same anyway, so.
I know.
gonna-
I'm just like,
I was
16.
gonna ask if we could hear anything as well.
you could do a perception check for that. Ilnaya, what are you and Mortis doing at this point?
What time is it?
It is noon.
Alright, Nia's probably, since she probably I'm assuming everyone just sort of fucked off in the morning and Nia's, like, I assume chirps also don't work very well underground, and since Veil has been impossible to raise, I'm going to assume Nia just sort of went around doing the glad handing / busking rounds, winning friends, influencing people, trying to drum up goodwill, and also playing sets, making a little bit of extra change along the way. And she's probably just broken for lunch, found a cute little bistro to like smile and wave and make nice at.
She's either been playing a bard for too long or she knows how to do this shit.
The only kicker to this was, Naya, you were in this investigation and you've gone off to have lunch?
Oh, I actually did not remember being. Oh wait, yes I do. Never mind, I'm an idiot. I actually forgot this entire situation.
Nope. Now you went off to go get lunch.
Okay, so I went to
Everyone
go
else
to go
was-
to get everyone something to eat because I was like, Nia gets really grumpy if her blood sugar gets low, so she's like, oh nope, I'm going to start bitching. Hang on, I'm going to go get us all a sandwich. She took the
eating a
sandwich
nice
orders.
Gordito while your brother trails behind, holding us a number of small plates stacked onto each other up against his tiny chest.
They all got like something that could be wrapped in paper and carried along. So she's, yeah, it's a whole bunch of sandwiches, like, and she's probably carrying them because it seems sort of mean to. He's going to kick her ass when he gets his full faculties back if she's like been, That's how she rationalizes it to herself. Really, she just doesn't want to make him do too much. She coddles that kid.
Didn't hear you at all.
What happens?
Nia, with her armful of sandwiches, sort of sheepishly.
Vale will just kind of like look at her, grab a couple of sandwiches, and like glare her into the house.
Okay, yeah. Of course, then we're going to see the situation in the house, and Nia's going to be like, "Oh, this is not a good place to bring organic material into, is it?" All right, everybody, out of the murder room. We're going to eat lunch and discuss this.
Eris, do you continue to stay on the second floor with the others, or do you start on the main surface level, or do you eventually make your way down? Or are you staying lookout?
I'm staying lookout.
Okay. You and Boris will go ahead and stay as lookouts, effectively just monitoring the area. Like, you do notice that a couple people have actually kind of looked inside. This house doesn't appear to have been opened in quite a long time, so people are taking interest in kind of, hey, are we getting new neighbors? I don't think so. Nobody ever moves here. And Rovan, as I had said, the sound of running water seems to be the most distracting down here.
Can I tell which direction it's coming from?
Yes, from south from you.
Okay. And we don't hear anything that sounds like a horde of goblins.
You don't hear any other noises right now.
Okay. Well, we'll continue north then.
I got a 16 armor perception for gunpowder.
You go ahead and try to sniff into the air. Your long-term experience with gunpowder has made you kind of keen towards smelling or picking up at least on these scents. And it's a wide variety. You are picking up gunpowder, you're picking up chemicals, you're picking up on what smells like possibly the remnants of magical-based potions. It is a wide variety of scents kind of going off.
Oh, there's a lot going on.
Is there a smell of anything explosive? Like I know I'm going to say like glycerin, that sort of stuff. Like there's a certain smell that combustive chemicals have, or very very corrosive chemicals have.
So
You don't smell any sulfur.
Just
You
burned
don't smell any
gunpowder.
sulfur or any dynamite of that matter or anything of that nature, but you are definitely there is a whole waft of things going out. The house itself appears to have been closed up.
This was closed, warded. How fresh is the blood?
It's you could do a medicine check.
I'm rolling luck on that one.
It's been a couple hours at least.
Hold on, I'm rolling a luck. So
Sorry.
there we go. That's way better. 22.
Okay. It's definitely been a couple hours at least, but you could discern that it's already into a fair stage into coagulation. Luckily, in terms of when you're reviewing over this blood, you don't notice any fungal growth. Something that probably brings you a little bit of relaxation to your heart.
So how far
Rovan-
up are we in comparison to everybody else?
You guys are about 110 feet if you're all the way up on the main floor.
Just for the record, there's a main floor with a hatch that leads downwards. And then there's an upstairs with everyone. I don't know what everyone is up there, but there is a hatch. And the room was very much warded and taped and whatnot.
Why are we up here? Where's the rest of our party?
Mia points down the hatch and is like, okay, going up for sandwiches, remembering what was going on here, it feels a little gauche.
Put him in your bag.
Her blood sugar got low. She had to
Eat
think
your
really hard.
sandwich then.
Yeah, I mean, Mia's like, okay, we'll say she just went to a stand like right outside the building then, because it seems a little wrong otherwise.
Nox is going to use his chirp and go, all right, guys, get down here. We have a murder and a lot of chemicals.
Oh no.
Rovan, go ahead and do another investigation as you cross over towards behind. You can definitely pick up the sense as you look around in the soft dirt and mixed silt on the ground. You can definitely pick up what looks to be like multiple struggles. In fact, actually looking through things, you can determine that this place was almost cleared in a rush.
Okay. Do I see anything else that's interesting? I see some bedrolls and the ladder up to different. Does this tavern appear to go anywhere other than here, or is this a dead end?
It ends effectively there.
Okay. Is there anything, looking around, is there anything else of note, or is this just signs of a struggle and pack and run?
Mostly pack and run. If there's anything in terms of loot that you're looking for, and I will say, you guys, for the sake of this particular session, if you're looking for loot, just say the words, I'm looking for loot. I'm going to make a note about it.
Not looking for loot in this. You know what? Just anything more to help with the investigation, to see who was here and what what happened. What can I determine? Like, do we know what?
Yeah,
does
like
this look like? Does these like the sort of camp our goblin friends would make based on what we've seen from their initial, where we initially met them?
this is like
go
Batman
ahead.
with the detective mode on. We'll grab the extra stuff and you can do it later, but we are trying to look for clues.
Indeed.
You pass through some of the boxes and whatnot, and what you start to find is there's pieces of screws start to locate what looks like little bits of metal here and there. You start to realize that none of this stuff looks new. In fact, a lot of it looks like it was almost handcrafted. But this doesn't really fit the description of what the instruments the goblins have used. They use very ornate and
Primitive.
a very primitive style, but this is stuff that looks like it was almost like scavengers.
Okay.
Oh my.
Rovan will make his way back to where Nox is and report findings.
I wonder if this place was previously inhabited before our friend, and this is the remains of one of their people.
This place was obviously previously inhabited. I did not see signs of any of our goblin friends.
Esteban, or
Yeah.
Esteban, Knox, from your angle, can you go ahead and do one more perception?
Absolutely. He is essentially looking at everything. He's going over it. 14.
As you kind of look around and kind of investigating some of the parts and pieces of the underground place, you can definitely figure that most of these doors seem to have been locked very elusively. But as you kind of turn your back, you notice that there's kind of a gleam of white that kind of comes from this direction.
Like one of those sun rays going through a crack?
It seems like something's reflecting off in between the crack of the building.
Rovan, I have something over here.
Well, let's take a look.
And we'll go take a look, and I guess you can go swap over the ladies.
And Eris, if he wishes to come, I suppose.
Eris, Naya, and Vale, you guys are still up on the ground level floor looking around. You haven't noticed any increased activity except for the occasional passerby who's looking around. You actually see another person, Naya, who's eating a similar sandwich as you. Somebody was like, is that Naya? Wow, is she going to buy a house down here? Market value's going to freaking go up, man. I can't afford the taxes.
Yes. Nia internally, oh, damn it. Nia externally just sort of waves and like offers a closed mouth smile because she has her mouth full. She's eating as quickly as possible because she knows they need to get back down there. But
Did any of y'all actually tell Vale what happened?
I don't even know. I don't know Vale's here.
Nia's going to do her best to convey as much as she can between bites because she's trying to hurry through eating to get back down there because
I'm trying to encourage you to come down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Expected it would have.
That's why I said we have a murder.
Eris, are you going to help fill in the blank between the bites?
TLDR, someone has kidnapped our goblin companions and is going to murder them if we don't fuck off, apparently. Which, obviously, umbrage has been taken about this, and we're here to hopefully make them not. Nia's...
Oh, good. I'd love to be able to murder somebody about that.
Yeah, to be honest, can't blame you.
Oh, you have no idea.
Mortis will kind of kick up and be like, bye. I leave town.
What?
He said by midnight leave town.
That's what.
No.
Yeah, that's what they said. We are obviously not doing that, and we're going to make
We
you
have
regret.
something so much bigger than just this, but let's start with this. Let's go.
All right, yeah. If you can tell me more on the way, let's
I'll let you know everybody else is.
Yeah,
until we're all
Nia
together.
will lead the way down the hatch.
Eris, you are up there alone now. Will you continue to stay?
I think he's AFK.
Oh, we'll hold off on leaving until he gets back. But we'll
Eris
assume that
is going to stay on the surface.
Oh, okay.
Eris is going to stay
Will
on the
not
surface?
will not
Okay.
be going underground.
Is there something in particular you're looking for?
Me up and me staying on the surface?
He might have
Yes.
claustrophobia.
Oh no.
Did
I'll
your
be
character
staying
have
on the surface.
claustrophobia?
No.
Okay. Can you do me a quick investigation check while you're up there?
Sure.
As you search around, kind of looking around at the bits and tidbits, you get a good look at the footprints in the dust, and you definitely can discern the multiple toed points of goblin feet. But something you also kind of pick up on as you kind of look are almost these very symmetrical shoe-like imprints that they're too small to be a person, but they almost look like they're just a single solid piece. There's no gripping on them.
Would I recognize that?
Or
footwear
usually you
from
see like you could do a nature check. It's kind of hard to tell, but if you had to guess, you'd assume whatever's walking had steel-toed shoes.
Oh, steel-toed or steel-soled?
I cannot answer that question.
Is there anything else I can do here? No, just
You get a look around the upstairs, and
like I can look around the area.
you
Still
can
fire
look
around.
around if you want. Yep. If you were to progress on upstairs, you'd eventually find that the window had also been trapped upstairs as well. A lot more, let's say, less inconceivably. It was less concealed, as you notice that there's actually a tripwire connected to a blunderbuss.
Great, googly moogly.
Can I disarm that trap and then take the blunderbuss?
You can go ahead and do a disarm.
How do I
It
do
would,
disarm?
I guess, be a dexterity of sleight of hand. While he's doing the roll, Esteban, you are looking around the corner, and you do definitely find what looks like several bodies that have been kind of pushed out into the corner.
Nox, I recommend you remove that illusion. You're confusing the universe.
Nox sighs and he goes back to his normal self. These horns are making me
Am I
self.
about down there by now?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Am I about down there yet?
It's about 110 feet, but that's no problem for you.
These horns are making me self-conscious.
Might I suggest a hat?
Crimp my style? Never. Bear with me. I see.
The bot.
Cloak.
I see something over here. Bodies.
Hats are very stylish.
You can just kind of see in between the cracks that these bodies were somehow pulled on into the back. There's broken bone. These definitely did not fit in appropriately, I will say.
We have a hidey hole here with a bunch of bodies.
Oh, marvelous. Wonderful. Great.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's the dead that were here before.
I find it interesting that the bodies are larger than the hole.
They're
There's
also
no
all
way-
of skeletal level.
Clearly some force was required to put these in here. But the question is the force from our side or from theirs? Were they pushed or pulled in?
What are we against here? And by the way, as soon as Vale gets in here, please let us know.
Vale, you come down and you can already see the coagulated blood drip that comes down onto
What
the
does
rock.
it smell like? How old?
You would have to say it's been quite a few hours, but it's been within the day.
Human?
It's human.
She's gonna wrinkle her nose, not that you can tell, but she doesn't look like herself, and she's trailing snowflakes in ice.
Do we notice her finally? Or do we...
She's sparkly.
Is she right there? Because Nox currently is not looking in her direction. Unless you walk heavy.
I'm a fucking rogue. I'm not walking heavy at all.
Exactly.
Is she recognizable as Vale still?
Vale?
I hope so.
The only difference it appears is that Vale's cloak seems to have changed. But otherwise, you can still identify the female figure.
I mean,
Or
the
what
cloak
is-
was
what
a
that's
big part of what
exposed.
we could see at first, but yeah, understandable.
Nox is currently looking through his bag as I'm trying to go through our loot and see if he has something that he can use to slip in there.
We're not going to grease you up and push you through.
No, I'd rather not.
There are easier ways to get in there if required. However, do you really want to? Those skeletons appear to be old and not concerning to our current predicament.
And also in agony. Let's not forget the in agony part.
What
I have...
happened?
Vale, it's good to see you.
Indeed.
Vale will notice two nubs out of Nox's head.
got nubs.
You've missed a party. I'll keep it brief. Someone has stolen my face and is currently framing me for a great theft of an artifact here, and our favorite counselor has decided to impound our ship. Otherwise, I will be arrested.
She's in over her head. Or
She sure
will
is.
be.
All right,
No,
so
you don't understand. I have information.
oh goodness.
All right, speak while I try and figure out what's going on here.
I'm just gonna give them. Well, I went looking for information. I was approached by the voiceless. They had an errand. I broke in. I got a few good people killed. The captain of Sable isn't going to be bothering us anymore.
Wait, what?
I almost died.
Oh jeez.
I got in,
Again?
I got out.
I'm glad about the getting out part.
She's very, very corrupt.
Ah!
Oh.
Oh, you missed us turning our new one. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, excellent. There's a full exotic products in liquid at some point. She's trying to get rid of the keeper. I need somebody to go through more things. She's trying to get in with Everburn Corp of the Coalition.
Fuck her.
And the new plans for a major mining project on Omnia 6. An expected benefit of over 500,000 gold upon successful extraction of available resources near the asteroid's core, deep within the Delves and Underdark, as well as a military base. Yeah, she's in over her head.
They want to do a hostile takeover.
Well, honestly, I'm still not entirely certain what exactly is going on with all this. I was dealing with the fact that the entire city seems to know exactly what I look like.
Quick question. Was there by chance someone with a bow and arrow in your presence?
I couldn't tell. I was getting my skin singed off.
Oh.
I'm sorry to have missed whatever has given you the idea of, like, you're growing horns? Antlers?
I seem to have been blessed by a god.
A certain quantity of blessed. No, actually.
Robitussin.
You might want to hang around next time they sprout out. I don't know what causes them to, but I seem to have a lot of fancy things that help people when that happens, so...
Try Claritin.
She's gonna look at Naya and go, well, at least his patron's a little bit more talkative than ours, possibly.
Well, that's for a certain quantity of talkative is a deer.
Oh dear?
No, and deer, really.
Where the fuck is our bird?
He stays
Keep him
upstairs.
locked outside.
Presumably he does not want to be down here, and I can't blame him. Wings are not much use underground.
Oh yeah, and
His
also...
abilities to do things might be.
Also,
I thought you were
whoever's...
talking about the space bird that Rovan attracted that's just sitting somewhere like, I better get a fucking treat after this.
Tweet, 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 tweet.
Also, whoever's taking my face is also taking all of our goblins and is threatening to kill them all.
Yeah.
Which is why we're here.
Why do you have an? I have a feeling that Aspen Bean has.
One sec, our food.
Gotta be food.
Hey.
I have a feeling that she was looking for information about us. Very much.
I am exceptionally unsurprised.
She was very angry that people did not know anything about us.
Even better.
So, we are a threat. It wouldn't surprise me if people at this point are in her pay and trying to get us out of the way.
So unsurprising? Well, this is our first step to doing
Yes,
something
but
about
difficult to deal with. I don't want fucking trying to get out of here. We're switching these again. You gave me your teriyaki.
There you go.
He ate my food last time. It was funny. Anyway.
Noct and Vale suddenly start having a meal. in the middle of the
Shut up!
investigation.
Everyone's having sandwiches and whatever. Look, you can't think if you can't. The brain takes the most fuel of everything in the body. You have to eat to, do brain work.
I'm seeing a pattern here. When the tough gets going, the tough have lunch. Or the going gets tough, the tough have lunch.
And then they get going, yes.
Eventually. Speaking of which, can we hurry this up? Lives are at stake.
Let's get going. What's the situation?
It's approaching
and
1
what
o'clock.
are people doing?
Sorry, Wilvin. I've heard of creatures that consume those and gain their memories, or what they'll do is they might even take their skin and stitch it together as a disguise.
Lovely. What am I
Have you
looking
been
at
eaten
here?
recently?
Your skin does seem to still be attached, fortunately enough.
Yes, but there are those that will take bits and pieces and stitch it together. Like abomination.
First of all, horrifying. Second of all, I don't want to know where they might have gotten your bits then.
I don't think he's referring to his doppelganger, shall we say. I believe he's just speaking in general due to this
That makes sense.
blood stain on the ground here.
Jesus Christ, how horrifying.
I have a question.
Eris, as you go ahead and start diffusing, you are unable to effectively stop the gun from going off. As a shot rings out and blows out the window. The gun is still there in place, but the shot has gone through.
Nox is immediately going to go to his chirp. Eris, are you okay?
Is it
Harris is fine. I found a booby trap, tried to disarm it, and set off the blunderbuss that was attached to.
Shit.
All was fine. I could just pull out a window up here. That was about it.
Be ready for guards.
Oh, great googly moogly. It's all gone to shit. Not all, but it feels like it might be.
Everyone, keep
As you-
searching. I'm going to see if I can get one of these bodies.
As you disable the blunderbuss, by the way, you are able to see this is actually really good quality. This is actually really nicely made.
This is premium shit.
This is. Do you know how much a blunderbuss costs?
This is gourmet shit.
It costs like 300 gold.
Yeah, I was going
Still
to
be taking
say.
the blunderbuss.
I mean, I assumed that was the point anyway.
Pocketing a blunderbuss.
As one does.
I am going to be duct taping the blunderbuss and hunting rifle together, just so you know.
Won't work very well. They're two different ranges.
Means you're gonna blunder through hunting.
I just have to rotate it in my hands, and now I have a shotgun. I rotate it again. I have a sniper rifle.
Okay, but consider recoil.
It's magical. I imbue it. Actually, I guess I have to choose one of them.
Magical duct tape, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Rovan, as you continue along, you see similar signs of what looks like kicked up mud here and there. It looks, you can almost see onto the wood where footprints from the stealth have been made. But the housing itself continues to, as you go along, you notice a similar pattern of each of the houses locked.
Okay. Does anything look recently disturbed, or is it just kind of old?
You haven't found anything that indicates like a lit fire or anything that has gone out recently. This particular area just looks like it was more sleeping quarters, but it's definitely some activity has been here. It has not been long enough for the ground to eventually resettle.
So we're talking days, not weeks, then, right?
Do a
If
nature
I-
check.
I should just go back to bed. 3.
It could have been years.
Looking around my current area, do I see anything of note? Anything interesting? There's the boat there. What appears to be a...
You do eventually find the river that you were hearing all the noise over. And you do find similar pieces of these little bits of metal and screws. Things are scattered along the ground here and there. A bucket has been turned over.
Continuing along the dock here, do I see anything, or does it look like perhaps the party escaped by water? Can I tell which direction the footprints are generally moving in? Does it look like they escaped into the river?
Eris, in terms of the stuff we were talking about, do a will save or a wisdom saving throw. As you move along the wooden dock, you do see what looks like the imprints from the stilt do follow along the dock.
And does okay, so the dock continues then. Is there any evidence of anything like a boat being docked at this dock and then being moved, or basically what I'm trying to determine is, did they escape? Did whoever clear out of here in a hurry? Did they jump into a boat and float up or down the river?
It doesn't look like, looking in the direction of the river, which just leads to more darkness, that anything passed in that direction. All the footsteps that you know is an activity seems to pass along the dock.
And does the dock continue? I can't quite see. If I stand here, do I see the dock?
The more you go, the more I reveal based on what you can see.
Okay, so if I can...
Hold on. Please hold, please.
I will pause there and hopefully wait for the rest of my party to finish doing whatever they're doing and then catch up.
Nox is going to go to his chirp. Naya,
Yes?
do you perchance have Mage Hand?
That's a very good question, actually. Let me check. I don't think I do, though. No, but I could prestidigitate a small object a little longer for you, perhaps? I'm sorry. In retrospect, I should probably get that one because an extra hand, especially when you're playing a two-handed instrument, would be quite useful. Things to ponder.
Nox sighs. He's going to pull out a rope and he's going to make this one single attempt. He's going to try and see if he can lasso a limb or one of the skeletons or something.
Oh, I can't imagine it's going to hold together.
Oh, shit. Is that sleight of hand?
Sorry.
Nox is going to grab some of his rope. He's going to turn it into a lasso, and he's going to try and lasso one of the bodies.
Yes, that would be sleight of hand.
That is a 15.
You do successfully get your lasso around one of the corpses. And as you begin to kind of pull it in, which I'm assuming you're going to do, you'll actually find that it holds together, which is a little uncomforting because that means that the joints have not been severed yet. These are not loose bones. These are still technically bodies.
As I suspected. Compression, assist me. And he's going to try and pull them out, or pull one out.
He is able.
Good.
You do separate a spine from a pelvis, but the closer you look now, the more you can see there is still technically some meat onto these bones.
Are there teeth marks on these bones?
There are.
No.
Exactly as I suspected.
What were you suspecting?
What is this?
What were you suspecting?
Good God, I couldn't even... Something that consumed... Nox is saying this over the chirp, by the way, so the whole team hears. I have bodies here. They are skeletons, but the joints have not been broken. They are still fully intact, meaning these bodies are fresh. They have been chewed, they have been consumed. Something ate these and gently and gnawed on the bones enough to keep the bodies, the skeletal system whole.
Oh no.
Thinking.
What could do that? Perhaps a slime?
I'm more inclined to say doppelganger. Slimes don't have teeth.
True, they would dissolve the meat around the bones.
And there's
perhaps
still
leave it
meat?
Connected. Is there still meat?
Chunky meat.
There-
Like, sorry.
Tiny bits of flesh here and there.
Okay, then it was removed by mechanical means as opposed to chemical.
Do you have a chirp?
No, I'm communicating.
He does not. He's just really good at listening.
Yes, you're speaking rather loud. I'm shouting down the hall. I'm whisper shouting.
Cheers.
Yes, that you're being stealth.
Why don't you have a chirp? You
Oh man!
fine, whatever. Where the fuck are
Yes.
you going?
I seem
I
to
don't
be,
give a shit.
I
Let's
seem to be
figure this out.
reasonably effective without one. Also, the eel broke it.
You put it on the eel. You
For
fool.
safekeeping.
Bullshit. Let's get going.
Why don't you two quiet your voices, please? Because you're yelling across a room?
She
I
started
can't
it. She
stop.
appears to be crankier than usual.
Now I'm yelling across a room. Good God.
Straight out,
Hey.
gonna like snarl quietly to the point where she can like you can see all the teeth in all the sharp detail, and straight up just go, "I am in no mood, Ranger."
That is the evidence.
Oh, you're always in. I disagree. You're always in a mood.
I'm going to bite you, and I will not give a shite about what happens afterwards. But I will stay until we're all safe, so that some asshole can make certain you're still alive at the end of it.
GM, my detect magic would still be active. Am I detecting anything?
You are not.
What the fuck does it smell like? I've got better than average senses, I think. So, like, for the love of God, throw me a bone. Give me something I can roll.
I'll roll
You smell a
perception.
bone.
Fox, toss her a skeleton.
You find a
I don't know
bone.
if I can smell bone. I don't know what the bone smells like.
Calcium.
Nox, pass her a bone so she can figure out what it smells like.
I'm going to eat you. And it will not be pleasant for either any of us.
Nox actually did keep the spine, and he's not going to eat it, unlike someone else that we might exist in another dimension.
Having a spine in such a in the face of peril is definitely not a bad thing.
Eris, Ilnaya, what are you guys doing?
And we're
Nia's mostly looking horrified, but she's
On bar.
trying to think
do
if
this.
I guess she's going to take a look at these bones and like, is this an Arcana thing? Can I roll Arcana to see if there's anything?
Medicine?
Medicine would work, but
It would be medicine check to kind of look at
that's
this.
fair, since they're bones.
It could also be nature if you like. I guess it'd be more nature.
Nature sounds sensible.
Just like bring me all the alcohol so I can make a drink.
Eris, what are you doing while they're thinking and doing their rolls?
Eris will come through on the
And it's not
chirp.
going down.
Nox. Do you guys need my presence down there for anything? Is there anything I can assist with?
Chris,
Nox has walked away a second. Give him a second.
He's gone to the bathroom. This
He's
is
honestly getting us food.
a lot of stress on his bowels.
Oh, Vale
Roman,
does
you can
have
move
that
a little bit
effect.
further up if you like.
There it is. All right.
And stop right there.
All right. So I rolled an 18 on my
Alright.
nature.
We could always use your assistance. It would be helpful if you came down the stairs. This is
Ah.
my best Nox approximation.
That is disconcerting.
nobody asked
Your opinion, sir.
I'm referring to what I'm investigating, not anything that
Oh,
you're doing.
that's even more fun. Okay, do continue.
Great.
Can
people
I-
they move. It's all gone to shit.
Looking around the room, and other than the large pile of gore in the basically in the center of the immediate area, do I see anything else of note or concern?
Do a perception check.
For what is worth, Nox would hop on the chirp. Yes, Eris, I think it would be best. It seems like we might be going some distance away, and I'd hate to leave you alone. Especially
Alright,
if that...
I'll be down shortly then. I'll proceed down to the hatch where they would want in. Basically jump down it, because it's straight down, is it not?
It is. You feel your heart rate increasing.
But I'll jump
From
straight
the
down,
scene.
and then as I get close to the ground, I'll stop myself, essentially.
Vale will
You feel
quietly
your heart-
walk over to like the hole and just quietly hang out or hand over the flask, or at least offer it, in case
Yes,
he needs
by the
some
way-
liquid help.
Yeah, looks
It
like-
is dark down here. Do you guys have good vision?
Oh boy,
Dark
Nia
vision
is.
60 feet.
Actually, wait, no, Nia's half elf. Nia would have dark vision, yes.
Nox has 60 feet dark.
Is
Eris, do
everybody
you have
able
dark
to
vision?
see?
Don't
Here,
believe
because
it.
that will never.
I love the Terry in the background.
Eris, you find it increasingly dark down here.
Can everybody see?
Right, of course. Nia quickly finds a suitable rock and casts light on it and hands it over to Eris. Here we go. That should help a little.
Vale will look awkwardly at it and go, well, I had torches that needed to be used, but this works better.
Best not to introduce flame into this situation. I don't think it's explosive enough.
I don't know. It could always use some more explosions, given what the hell is going to go on happen upstairs.
Eris, as you are, sorry, not Eris, Broven, as you are looking at the scene in front of you, just what catches your eye momentarily is that from down here and roughly here, you see tiny flickers of light that occur once in a while. What also picks up is the sound.
Something's rocky, something's rocky, something's rocky.
Indeed.
What do you have up here, Roven?
I suspect there are critters directly in front of us and directly to the south of our position.
Given what we've just found, I'd say corpse crawlers probably. This is mostly the character, I suppose. But
Nox is going to
Yeah,
hand...
that's
Oops, go ahead.
They appear to be bioluminescent, possibly, and they definitely appear to be skittering. I would suggest probably no more than 20 pounds based on the sound.
oh dear.
Nox is going to hand a chunk of spine over to Roven. I don't know your abilities, but do you think you can detect anything sort of evil upon this?
Unfortunately, you seek a cleric. All I can tell you is it's good to finally have a spine in battle.
Compression is going to wheeze audibly in depression.
Apart from the skittering, there does appear to be a rather large obvious pile of what appears to be gore.
My magic sense is still not tingling, right?
It is not tingling at this time, no.
Other than this, so, is there anything that you can tell me about the large elephant in the room, Sean?
There's no elephant down here.
The large, what used to be an elephant, the large pile of what appears to be bodies and bone, or gore and bones.
When you finally get a decent as you try to now look at the surrounding bones, you now see what it looks like, the almost like drag marks, as you see collectively things had come together, and similar to what you had seen on the body that were pushed behind the house, you do now get to actually get a closer look, and similar to what you see before, little bits of meat here and there, but everything is just held together almost by just the bits of tendon that are left.
Can we identify the creatures that these bones used to belong to? Are they human, goblin, orc, drider?
That's come back a couple times now, ain't it?
Robin.
You notice that it does seem to be a mix of different races.
Very good.
Don't try to explain.
You
We
do-
don't get it.
You do pick up a few of them being smaller than usual.
Can we determine the age of this viscera?
Team, please get over here as fast as you can.
You could do a medicine check.
As Robin does this, Nox is going to go, Robin, my doppelganger spoke giant, correct?
That is what our friend at the registry suggested.
How big are the teeth marks on these bones? You didn't say there, GM.
How big are these bones, or how
No,
the teeth marks these?
The teeth, the notching, the teeth, that sort of thing, like is.
Yes. And I believe this also answers Ilnaya. I apologize, Ilnaya. There was a bunch of questions going on. As you guys start to inspect the bones, you finally do get to have a good look to see that the meat is definitely not rotten yet. It's starting to dry, but it's not rotten. And a closer inspection would now tell you that what looks like tiny indentations tells you it's more like 1,000 bites.
Do these
Sharp
look like
teeth?
teeth or mandibles?
Sharp teeth or blunt?
Sharp. And it is about that time that as you're looking down, you can pick up that the sound gets louder. The light from underneath the two buildings picks up more. And you
Bill
see a
pulling
horde of
Ryder.
rats that seem to pull themselves out. And I need initiatives.
And our party didn't follow us.
What?
You guys are up at the entrance still.
Excuse? I came down.
Yeah. Do you guys see where we are?
I wish I moved our tokens in.
Actually did not notice the token.
I would have been running around after them quietly, checking things out as I went.
Likewise, Niaz. I mean, I couldn't have been handed the piece of spy note to roll on it if, I wasn't there, so.
I didn't hand you the spine.
He
I
handed
was
Robin
holding-
fine.
okay.
You were looking at bone.
I was looking. Okay.
Well, I believe this qualifies as under 20 pounds.
He's about to do 80 damage to something. Roll plus proficiency, I believe. Oh yeah, roll plus dex.
9.
9 for Nox. Out of curiosity, do my antlers sprout out at all?
We'll cover that in a moment.
Okay, cool.
Rovin, you also got. How many of y'all get?
Ah!
15 is what I have for initiative.
I got 9.
Oh, 50.
18 for Eris.
Knock. 18 for Eris. Okay. Nox and Vale, please re-roll just to see who technically goes first in the lineup. And Neil Naya, what'd you get?
17 plus
Yeah.
3 from Dex, so 20.
Oh, is it your dex that you have? Sorry, I've been doing this wrong. What do you roll?
It's your Dex.
Ah,
Nox
no, my
goes
dex
first.
is.
Wait,
Sorry,
that
let
should
me
be
re-roll.
-1 then. I'm not sure why it says 3 on my initiative.
Yeah. So my dex is 5. Here's a reroll for initiative.
So mine should actually be 19, because I don't know why it says +3 on my sheet when I only have a
It
+2
said-
dex modifier.
It says
Right,
roll
cater
a
to my
20
everything.
side and add your character's Dex modifier. This represents agility and reflexes. If you get any additional bonuses, such as feats and magical items, you add those too.
Yeah,
So
not on
mine
my
drop one.
sheet. I don't.
So my initiative is actually 19 then, not 20. Still, I'm pretty good though.
Jesus.
Yes, I'm also at 19, not 15. Sorry.
Occasionally, the dice just say yes.
You guys keep forgetting to add your decks.
Yeah, basically, I'm just rolling a d20.
I remember to add mine, but for some reason I'm using one of those auto-updating sheets because I am terrible at bookkeeping, and for some reason it says I have a +3 to my initiative, and I cannot determine why because I only have +2 dexterity bonus.
You got a better level.
Maybe.
So Naya, the first thing you pick up on is that the light underneath these are almost kind of like what you would see like in houses that are in marshlands, especially with the water level that can rise or fall. There's some crevice between the house and the ground level, and you see an increasingly large amount of light coming out as you see what begins to be a swarm of rats coming from 2 different houses.
Oh nope. These are not cute
Is-
cuddly rats. These are swamp rats. No.
You could do a nature check if you want.
Sure. 11.
They are not swamp rats because it looks as if their brains are exposed.
More of these things.
You've seen them before.
Wait, what? More? He is a little shrieky.
Test subjects. Driders?
Fuck.
Someone's
perhaps
been
drow.
busy.
Heavy words. Enthusiastic and frankly virulent fuck out of Nia. She is not liking this.
You guys who can see it, which effectively is all of you, you guys can do a nature check as well.
Nat 20.
Ah, thank God.
Yeah.
Well, crap.
7.
7.
It is difficult. Oh, Eris, did you do a nature check?
Yeah, I just did 20 on that.
Ah,
Okay,
look at you
I think.
guys.
Yeah, on that 20, yeah.
Nox and Rovan, it's difficult as you guys kind of got surprised to see these rats coming that it was kind of hard to kind of pick up on an individual and
He's not speaking right now, is he?
I'm not hearing him.
Can't hear anything either.
We heard you
messages
first.
have been sent.
Oh dear.
Is the universe having difficulties again?
No, he's PMing people that got passed.
Ilnaya, what will you do?
Nia's going to well, Are these things? These things are under the houses. You said.
They're under the houses.
How sturdy do the are they? Are the houses on like stilts or something?
They are put on effectively posts that keep it above the water line.
How sturdy do these posts look?
They're pretty strong wood that you kind of decipher. They'd have to keep a whole house up.
All right. Well, I'm going to hope for the best, and I'm going to let me just check the size of this.
He's gonna cast a fireball.
I don't have fireball. I'm a
But
level
it's
5 bard.
Something equally awesome, I'm sure.
Okay, right. A 10-foot radius sphere, so that's approximately. Well, first of all, 60 feet. Let me just.
Gonna disguise herself as a rat catcher.
Oh, not a rat catcher. Good gracious, no. We're not catching these things. No, I'd call myself perhaps a rat crusher?
Discipliner.
No, crusher. I'm going to cast Shatter centered on this place, and it's a 10-foot radius, so it's all the way around here. So I'm going to try and bring the house down, literally.
Oh damn. Okay, I'm gonna drop something. Don't mind whatever I drop in if you can see it, because it is supposed to not technically be viewable. So we're gonna just drop that.
You know, Nia is as Nia does. And I love creative uses of spells, and this one's not even especially creative. This is just like.
We're
these
gonna
are-
burn the whole house down.
Oh, no
And you said
burning.
you're gonna
Simply,
you said it's a 10-foot range.
yeah, a 10-foot radius sphere centered on a point. So I'm going to try and hit as many of the posts as I can, and bring the house down on the swarm of rats. Like this one to start with. Okay, that won't let me. This one.
So I guess they still technically go through a con saving throw. What is your saving throw? I'm up against.
That would be a lovely 15.
You guys listen to the sound of a large shattering and watch as the house kind of collapses in on itself from the center in. They took damage. They did not pass, so how much am I roll me
Well,
the numbers?
From Shatter, you take 3d8 thunder damage.
Damn.
And they are going to take house damage.
Yep, crushing. So
Ooh!
don't get too excited. You can only do that like twice more.
That's okay, but that's still a good number.
Truth be told, I'm not used to being the one who, gets ooze occasionally.
It's the house itself was not very high up, but there's obviously a crushing sensation coming down as you hear squealing sounds go down. They take an additional 5 bludgeoning damage.
Squish. It wasn't a total crush, and it wasn't a very high crush, but they still got a goodly chunk of weight dropped upon them, so I will accept that. Cool.
And that is why you always have a bard in the party, because you never know when you have to have a performance to bring the house down.
Ah, I like it. I like it a lot.
Go sit over there.
Oh,
By the way,
is he barred from the table now?
Yeah.
Bard from that house anyway.
Well, it was in such terrible condition it would only have been a shackle anyway. Oh no. This thing is going to bug me, I can already tell.
Is that the same noise as I think that is?
No, I was trying to use a different one.
Okay. Just making sure. 'Cause I'm gonna...
nobody likes carrion crawlers.
You do such a great job at foreshadowing. It was one of those things where it's like, oh no.
Yep.
Looks like a vulture, okay?
Scree!
He knows what I'm talking about.
Rovan, what will you do?
Rovan would like to attempt to use animal friendship on the group of rats, so because they count as one creature, correct?
They are technically one entity.
He's gonna lean back. And
Very
go,
good. I require a wisdom saving throw from that rat group then, and they have to beat a 17.
I don't.
They once were
Okay.
animals.
Perhaps they'll remember that.
Do they have an intelligence of higher than 4?
Yes, they do.
Ah. These are intelligence rats,
You
then.
go ahead and feel your magic leave your hand. I've got sounds for this. Why am I not using it?
oh no, by all means, do continue.
You feel your magic leave your hand. Are you hitting the same rat group?
No, I'm hitting the one to the south of us, the one that we have not targeted yet.
And of the entire group, you effectively see one rat that seemingly breaks off and just kind of stares at you and gives a tiny thumbs up.
Oh my god.
Because
Oh my god.
it has an intelligence at this time of 15, so it knows, and it's like, what's up, bro?
That's disgustingly precious. I cannot bear it.
You have successfully tamed one rat.
Get that man out of there before he gets turned on.
Is it still a swarm then? Has it decreased in size?
No,
I'm kidding.
it is still a swarm, I will tell you that much. Oh god,
Uh,
what do I even give it a symbol of?
Rovan will make a come hither motion to the rat to try and get it away from the swarm because he doesn't want his new buddy to be absolutely destroyed.
Why do you have so many pets?
This is how the ranger
You
do.
realize that now you can't complain about having to take care of all the idiot that you managed to collect.
Eris, it is your move, as I'm having mixed feelings about having put cranium rats in this situation.
Wait, they're not undead? I thought they were zombie rats.
No,
No,
they are
No,
not.
they are
They are
not.
not undead.
These are very intelligent
alive?
rats.
They
They're
are
very,
very
intelligent.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Sudden feelings of guilt. Nia thought she was squishing zombies, not thinking critters.
Eris, what are you gonna do?
This is the previous group that's been hit, yeah?
That's the previous group that was hit, yes.
One second.
Oh shit, the rats are people too.
Oh, no,
we're not
thinking
thinking like that. Don't give us that bullshit.
Fortunately, Nia, people die just as easily as rats, so there is no concern for us here.
That is one of the most metal things I have ever heard. Like, damn, that.
Another, you're all going to die.
Thank you, Paxton Fettle.
My homie and Hermes, what the fuck?
Me and Hermes.
Yeah.
Just...
I will,
Wait, no, you're playing. Okay, shit, my brain just switched offline. Which one's
There are
Eris?
four-
Sound off.
me.
Okay.
This is
For you, it's going to
Falcon.
be my homie and Horus
Why
because you're a
he's-
bird.
I prefer that. Dear goddess, that's great.
Look, I say my brothering Christ entirely. Or, well, I did say my brothering Christ entirely too much, and now, so I've been switching it up. Different
I mean,
deities
you
and
grew
so
up in
much.
Florida. You're allowed to have some foibles?
In this case, I mostly blame the internet. But no, let's see. For Rovin, it's my brother in Bahamut. For Eris, it's my homie in Hermes. For Nox, I'd say, I don't actually know the deities of gnomes or mechanical stuff. This is a problem.
Hephaestus.
Oh, yeah, my homie in Hephaestus then. I was thinking more D&D deities, but Hephaestus works. Let's see. For
You have
Veil-
Hermes. Why not Hephaestus?
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I thought it was Horus,
fair.
though.
Well, it's Horus for Eris.
Horus is
It's been Hermes for everyone else to this point because I am unimaginative, but that's going to change.
Dare I ask?
Well, I just hadn't thought of the Horus thing. I do prefer the
No, I'm
HPV.
just curious about me aspect, but neither here nor there. You do continue.
For you,
Take your time. It's fine.
my sister in Set.
I don't know if I like this.
You are
I mean,
undead.
That has nothing to do with the undead. He's a god of chaos.
He's a god of the underworld.
No, that's Osiris.
Oh, right. Yeah, shit. I forgot about that. Okay. My,
It works. She seems fairly
There we go.
chaotic.
Nobody
fucking
fucking
asked
asked
you.
you.
My sister in
Eris,
second.
I'm going to
work.
take control for 2 seconds, and I will let Eris know. There's a lot of stuff around here, if you get what I also mean. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And it's a tall cave.
Visible concern. Oh!
I
I
have
kind of
ideas.
know what you're putting down, and that sure is a thing. That surely is.
I'm just leaving that there. I'm not saying. I'm just giving a heads up if that's something you wanted to do.
It's always on the mind to drop shit. Drop the base somehow. But they are underneath the other house, are they not?
They are currently still underneath. They are
This-
collecting themselves. A
this
couple of them
group
are kind of pissed off that one of their brothers was like, fuck off. And he's like, hey, fuck you. Okay, your
And-
benefits aren't that great anyway.
Who's this?
That's
that
Roman's
is
new
the
friend.
That's the rat. That's the rat that broke off because Robin was like, "You want to come join us? Yeah, man, fuck you. I heard they got pizza."
Pizza rat. Oh my god, the New York rat running downstairs with a slice of pizza.
I will turn to Robin. If that rat does not survive, will you be angry?
I don't think he would feel too good about it.
I'm asking you, not the rat.
The rat is highly intelligent. It would be very bad for me to answer that right now while he's staring at me.
That's a fair question. I'll turn back. Turn to names.
Might have been based on a Saluki.
Oh, really? That's cool.
However, it would be amiss of me to sacrifice one of my allies in such a manner.
Sorry for what's about to happen, but I turn to so no, yeah, that's the bard, right? Lenoya is the bard.
The
bard.
The bird.
Yes, she is.
You demonstrate how well you can drop a house. Now let me see how I can do it. I cast Erupting Earth on this group here.
Oh shit.
Nia claps appreciatively. Pyrotechnics always appreciated.
Oh god, we're gonna have a full
Well,
rock band.
Literally.
What happens next?
I take dibs on the base.
And we all.
I'm so confused.
Oh,
Because
damn.
I dropped the bomb.
Choose a point you can see on the ground within range of rough and a 20-foot creature in the must make a creature takes 3d12 bludgeoning damage on a fail. Oh my god!
Are you? Oh no, you can't cast it 4th level. Never mind.
Not yet.
Okay. I guess I'll die.
You thought I was bad.
No, I did
big
not
all the
pass
way
that.
around.
So are you taking the buddy rat with you? Him?
He's in the area. He's gonna get it.
Oh
That's
no.
not much you
Okay.
can do about it.
Rat friend, no.
I will give rat friend a roll.
If you can get out of it, I'm all for it.
Alright.
Run, rat friend, run!
Okay, make your ability.
I just did.
You go ahead and call.
Oh, does the rat
forth
get out
an-
first? I want to see if the rat gets out first before I cast it.
He is not going to do too great. As you see an eruption of earth and rock form at the base underneath these rats. Go ahead and roll damage.
How do you learn to do this?
So you roll 3d12.
Per creature.
Total.
I'll just.
As a mob is considered one.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, damn. That's almost big enough that I have to do something. You watch as the ground erupts underneath, forcing things up. You see a large, massive hole.
Illinois, not only did I bring the house down, I brought the girth up.
Sure they did. Impressive.
Well, it is always good to have a party member that can keep the party grounded in times of great stress.
Right.
The audible sigh that Kaya just had. Good God.
One can almost say, rock on.
You watch as a large number of the rats seem to fall down into this massive hole that erupts out from underneath. Parts of the house start coming down. They seem to be collectively trying to hold on to each other, and you do watch Ratchan disappear into the darkness.
Alas.
Seems like he was naturally selected.
Oh, I would say rather unnaturally, but it's what it's.
Doesn't take much intelligence to know that's gonna hurt.
Goodness.
The earth shall giveth and the earth shall taketh. Do I need to use
As
you next
bit-
time I need to mine? Sorry.
He won't mind doing that. Nia takes like 5 points of pun damage. I know. I only think I'm funny. I know. On some level. I know the truth on some level.
All right, this is going to be an attack against. It will do one onto Rovin, because Rovin took one of their friends, and one to Eris, because that shit hurt.
Eris is in the air, by the way, too. I'm gonna be floating.
Eris is in the air. Shit. Well, then it's going to go for Nox, because he's the closest thing after that.
I flew up and over the party and kind of hovered there and went after that.
I honestly love the aspect of Terry in the background.
I got a total of. Does a 19 hit both of you guys at least?
Yes.
Compression is going to force that attack, be at disadvantage against Robin now.
Does an 18 hit?
Yes.
Damn it! Sorry, I tried.
There
Appreciate
was
it.
an effort. There was an effort.
So, because you guys had shattered the building on top of this swarm, and because of the quick thinking of Eris to go ahead and collapse the ground underneath, their health points are much lower, so you two only feel the sting as they crawl onto your close and begin trying to worm their way in immediately, you only take 7 points of piercing damage.
Wait, do I take damage?
Oh my.
Both of you would take damage.
Even though they didn't break my armor class?
Oh, they didn't. They did not break your armor class.
No, I
okay,
said
so
no.
then just. Okay, then just Robin took the bite.
Yeah, they need to roll a 15 to break mine.
Okay, it is Nox's turn.
Now, quick question. I can't remember. Do I get an attack of opportunity if I cast a spell in this range?
I mean, the cluster as a whole is one big unit.
Yeah, I'm just asking, like, is there attacks of opportunity upon casting spells? Or is that no longer a thing?
If they move past you and you have warcasting, you can make an attack of opportunity. Otherwise, no.
No, I do not have warcasting.
Well, there's your answer, unfortunately.
You can't if the spell attack is created by casting a spell. When a creature triggers an attack of opportunity, you can use your reaction to use a melee attack against it. The opportunity attack does not suddenly give you the ability to cast a spell, such as Shock and Grasp, unless Warcaster.
Well, they gotta roll a 15 or higher to hit me, so you know what? Fuck it, Nox is gonna cast Spider Climb.
Oh.
Spider Climb it is.
And so that's one attack of opportunity?
One attack of opportunity.
Nope.
17?
Nope.
They are having difficulty with their numbers to get a good hold of you. As your ability kicks in, you feel the magic coming through. Nox, you did get a message.
It did not pop up. What the hell? Oh.
I don't like the sound of that. Oh.
Slightly distracted, Nox is going to pause for a moment, but then he is, since they have done an attack of opportunity, he is going to move up and along the wall here. Because they've already done the reaction, right?
They have already done the reaction.
So he's now going to climb up the wall. And as he climbs up the wall, he's going to brace himself. He's going to start chanting. Elements of the sun, elements of the day, please come this way. Hours of night and day, I summon thee. I call upon Aniki to protect me. So let it be.
So mote it be. So let it be will work, but so mote it be is a little bit more power word. FYI. Sorry, DM.
Power word, hit it.
You guys do witness as the horns on top of Nox's head do extend out. It's painful, Nox, at first, but you do feel like the pain is quickly subsiding as you feel waves of what almost feel like a comforting sensation starting from head to toe, from the horns down. You guys feel as this large amount of pollen seems to begin leaving from the back of Nox's bag. Anyone standing within...
Grass pollen was supposed to, like, go in...
Let him finish!
Anyone standing within 10 feet of Nox at this current time, you are under the effect of Aura Vitality.
Hit them, friends. Drive them away from our homes!
If nature-based people are standing in the middle of the circle, you do gain the benefits of however number it is. So if it's both of you guys, it's up to +2 to your attacks and damage. As your weapons and armaments begin to glow with energy. Vale?
confirm, DM, the Aura Vitality also has a healing effect of 2d6, correct?
It does.
This is so fucking
So,
cool.
effectively, Nox can push the pollen to go towards somebody.
So I have to target the healing though?
It says as a bonus action, you can target the healing of one creature in the area, including yourself, for a 2d6 healing.
Gotcha.
Well, I
just
hope you have an
marking it.
address.
Hmm?
I hope you have an address. You live somewhere. Kaya, what'd you like to say?
How many rats are approximately part of each of these swarms?
There are currently 5. There are 5 tips.
Oh, and is that a reaction? Sorry, one last quick question.
Is it a reaction?
Yeah, to have that happen, is that a reaction?
That was part of a free action.
Okay.
Vale, it is your go.
Would I get sneak attack if I ended up hitting something?
There's a lot of people touching the rats, so it would act as sneak attack.
End them.
Hell yeah. Flex that sneak attack damage. Fuck them up, Buttercup. Get their ass.
All right. Right.
I do love the evil giggles.
Only a little bit. So, stop telling me like I'm the dog. You use that same voice on the dog. Anyway. So, I'm gonna pull 2 daggers out and flick them at 2 of the rats, and then I'm gonna use Wail to the Grave to hit.
I hate to interrupt, but I literally thought I heard her say she's gonna pull 2 dagus out and throw them.
No, I'm not gonna
Yes, they are dagus.
Yep,
The
she said-
scariest.
I do not have a bracer of dagus. I have a bracer of daggers, and I highly doubt that flying rodents would really work particularly well against more rodents that are on the ground.
Well, I heard Daewoo's, so you know you could pull 2 small-sized
Dagger!
daggers.
I'm going to pull 2 daggers out of my bracer and fling them at various 4-legged creatures with brains too big for their heads. Was that enunciated enough for everybody?
You're going to hate this, but I heard Tegus, despite knowing that it was daggers. I just
Have
hear
you
things wrong
summoned-
sometimes.
From Vale's pocket, she pulls 2 full-sized medium creature Tengu from her pocket. I didn't even get here. I don't know, brother. I don't know.
I was thinking the small lizards, but go off, King.
Hey, I would love to see you throw.
Go.
And I
We're rooting
finished
for you.
both of them. I hate you all. I'm rolling for attacking.
Honestly, I'd love to see you like just throw 2 critters out
Fuck
and,
them up.
and watch the critters just fuck them up.
I'm sorry. I'm a small child.
That's fine.
You've
I got a
known-
19 and an 8.
You've known me for enough years.
19
And I've
and
enjoyed
an
every
8.
minute of it.
I don't know. Some of these minutes seem to have like infuriated you pretty good.
The 19 hit.
You, it was fucking Roven. So, you know, if it wasn't Roven, then it was goddamn Nox, and then every so often Eris refused to take my, like, bloody flask, and therefore I had to transfer my annoyance towards Mortis. So, you know, everybody's getting a whole selection of annoyance at this point.
Which one are you targeting with one of your
All of
attacks
those-
that does hit?
And then I'm going to
only
use
one.
Whales.
Only one of them hit.
That's fine. Immediately after you deal your sneak attack damage, which I will because everybody is being flanked, you can target a second creature that you can see within 30 feet of the first.
Oh.
Yes, evil, gay and evil laughter.
Do you just re-roll the attack, or does it like just count
No.
as a hit?
No, it's roll half the number of sneak attack dice for your level, and the second creature takes necrotic damage equal to the roll's total.
Okay, so who's the initial hitter?
So I'm gonna hit the one closest to me, or closest to.
Uh,
Okay. Closest.
Yeah, the one near to Nox
Oh,
on
just
the screen.
just a heads up. No one else sees the aura around me. Only me.
Okay, so the grass
No,
ball.
No, everyone can see the aura. You are literally producing a lot of pollen.
I mean on the map. Only I have the yellow.
Oh, on
aura.
the map.
Yeah, that's a different story, my guy.
There we go.
Cool. Okay. The one closest to Nox, I'm totally going to like target with my 19.
Okay. Go ahead and do damage.
8.
Oh,
Plus sneak attack. Sorry, give me a sec.
Sneak attack, hell yes. That's several d6 worth, I believe. Go off, Queen.
Sneaky.
2 plus 6 plus 3.
Love it.
Or this is the most
Well,
shonen ass damage dealing ability.
And then
My
I'm going
friends
to,
are my power. Literally, carry on. Sorry.
Wow, that's even more lame than I thought.
Okay, I can take away the pollen.
I mean, I'm not in the pollen. It's fine.
I know. I heard friendship power. I'll be over here. Just what's the
Alright,
damage?
Thora.
It's not a bad thing. It's just extremely shonen. Like shonen manga anime.
Alright, my other, the other selection, pick a rat in the second one, is dealt
Oh,
one
you didn't tell me the damage of the first one.
11.
You told me 8. Oh, 8 plus 11.
Yeah, that's
Or-
the damage for that's the damage plus the sneak attack damage for the first one.
19. Very good.
And your brain's going faster than that's cute.
My
Right,
brain's
you're
going
faster
faster
than
than
your
my
words.
words.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay,
Yeah,
and the second one got hit by like 1.
You watch as you have killed enough of the rats that they split off into 2 separate entity groups. As your blade and sound slice through the air, they are not happy about you.
Naturally. Hang on. How much
It-
just out of interest, how many sneak attack dice do I get? Because this information is not very helpful at the moment.
Okay. Scroll up, hun.
It says for a level 5 person, you get 3d6 in sneak attack.
Never mind then, I get one more selection. Pardon me. Make that 2 whole damage points.
Additional.
Ooh, 2. Hey, it counts.
Every little bit helps. Every point of damage you do is a point less of HP they have to have
Trust me.
armors.
After last night, I know exactly how that fucking works.
I'm kind of afraid now.
You're probably forgetting 1d6 for all your sneak attack damage last
That
night.
is my.
Yeah, but were you remembering to add the extra d6?
Yes.
Okay, so you just...
Yes.
Yep.
No, that's fine.
And it was more than
Any other moves before Naya's turn? Movement action, bonus actions. I think you already used your bonus action with the whale. Okay, you're moving there.
Alrighty.
Let me just check if whale is actually bonus or not.
So does everyone in my aura now get a bonus? Or is that only Earth creatures? I didn't quite understand that.
So you can choose anyone within your range. I apologize. It doesn't exactly work this way. I kind of remade this. Anyone who's standing within your aura, you can go ahead and perform Aura of Vitality to them.
Yep.
As a bonus action. But if you have more people who conjure nature magic because you are using a nature god, they will gain additional power to their weapons or choice of items. In this case, they will get, and if it was just one of them standing there, it's going to get a +1 to attack and damage. If there's 2 of them, +2 and +2.
Gotcha. So, and that last time I saw Robin and Eris have their weapons glowing.
Yes.
Okay. And does that account for me at all?
No, it does not count for you. You have horns.
Yep. No, I'm okay with that. Just making sure. I'm
You
already
are very
repaired.
pointy. You do get a headbutt. It doesn't do a lot.
You know what? I would fucking do that just to smoke an Irish Scottish man in the face during a bar brawl. Just horns, whack.
In English.
Ilnai, it is your turn.
All right. Nia is going to. Well, as you've brought the house down, so. I'm going to do something stupid, and I'm going to take a step forward, and I'm going to intimidate them. Like, okay, let me think what to say here.
How will she
Leave
offend?
now, and we won't do that again. And she's going to sort of stomp on the ground and okay,
Like a pet owner trying to tell a dog.
kinda like leave it.
Come on, pull deep into your bardic bullying abilities.
Is this bardic bullying, or is this like you're just gonna intimidate?
This is well, I mean, okay, could I roll bardic bullying and then intimidate? I thought it was a full action to do an intimidate check.
Technically, yes.
I'm hearing a but in
But-
there.
But tell it off to me.
Well, I mean, Nia's already dropped a fucking house on these guys. She's clearly got the chops to back up her words, and you know, throwing a little bit of extra magical spice onto the saute is only going to make it spicier.
If you want to do bardic bullying, and then I'll say I'll give you advantage since you guys have already kind of chopped their numbers down pretty heavily.
Oh hell yeah! Okay, I'll take that if y'all are good with it.
Hey, if you're able to word and play enough of it, I'm game.
Alright.
Show your work. That's what I'm thinking of. Show your work. Math puzzle.
Right. Oh boy, my brain has just evacuated my head. It's like, oh yes, I'm going to do this thing. My siblings in Sobek. How? Alright.
Sis?
Oh.
I swing.
Yeah, gives Mortis a little nudge and it's like, all right, help me solve this one. And
He just looked at fuckers. Good job.
look, short king with a large axe and large sword and shiny armor.
You know what? Compression's going to like look over his shoulder at your brother. Compression's going to cross his arms, glance over at your brother, kind of give the nod like, yeah, bro, let's do this.
I love it.
Like your
I
little
love
posse.
it.
There's a
Oh,
tiny
God.
high five. Very quick. Just right 1, 2. I realize I can't do push to talk and do it at the same time, but you guys get the point.
Tiny high five, Rofits. Yep. Nia is digging it. Nia is digging it. She wasn't expecting the posse, but she's not about to pass that shit up. So I guess I'll well I mean it's if I'm rolling the vicious mockery bardic bullying shenaniganry, that rolls on you, and it's a wisdom saving throw against the 15, which they're probably going to pass pretty easily given they have big brain, but
They do have pretty big brain, and it is difficult with cranium rats because of their mixed intelligence spread out between so many individuals. They do pass as you go ahead and offend a couple of the rats who are like, this bitch. I saw her in concert. She wasn't that good. But the other ones collectively are like, guys, get your fucking shit together. Sorry.
should it
Maybe
be
she'll send me
intimidation or
later.
persuasion here?
You said intimidate.
It should be intimidate, yeah, because I mean I
They're
can't
still
really
a
bring
beast.
myself
It's
to try.
technically you can't.
Yeah, we've already been fighting them. I feel like that wouldn't like work, you know. Seems sort of
But
incorrect.
it does not. It does not seem to pass, unfortunately.
bother. Well, can I still roll the intimidation? Or do
You may.
they have to pass that one? All right. With or without advantage?
We'll go with
All
because
right.
their numbers are already lower than half.
Ooh.
There we go. 18. Dirty 18. I mean, she only has +5. It's intimidate. I never actually take intimidation on my bards because I never think I'm going to do it, and then I invariably wind up doing it. But either of those would have passed, actually. I guess.
They did not like anything, and it seems that you guys, as collectively as a group, now working together, are posing a threat. The large group does take disadvantage on the next turn.
Leave now, and we let you live. Otherwise, I won't be held responsible for the consequences.
But I won't lie, hunger is still going to kick in on them.
Oh, those poor guys.
Is your brother going in for an attack?
I guess Mortis could take a chippity chop, get off my property at the nearest clump. The biggest
Okay.
clump, actually. So
The
yeah.
biggest clump.
All right.
We're moving him forward.
Yes, he's coming up. Yeah. Thank you.
Give me that swing.
All right.
As he walks by, Compression's going to totally do like the bro fist bump as he just like casual fist up. Boom. Yeah, you got this.
Mortis totally bumps his mailed fist against him. Oh damn. Unfortunately, he probably misses. There's a lot of squirming little rats, bro, and you know.
There's a lot. It's really hard to get a good stab at any of them, as they kind of seem to evade in between their passes.
And like being undead hasn't fixed his eyes. This kid still needed glasses.
Rovan, it's been eventful, but now there are multiple swarms breaking off in between. What will you do?
Robin is now annoyed, first of all, that his new rat follower friend has been deleted temporarily, hopefully, but we'll see. He's down a hole anyway. So as an aside, from the GM binder in Swarms and Followers, this would be, yeah, that whole section. It
Okay.
shows that swarms have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage, and is also...
This is true.
Which is okay. So, targeting, and you'll see Rovan with his two blades out, one with the purple spikes, and the other one that looks like just this fistful of random blades and chain and such. How high is the roof directly above us?
Rowan is the one who woke up and chose violence. And you guys, this is a 60-foot cave.
60 foot. 60 foot. Okay. Rovan tried the the peaceful approach first. The rats were not having that. The rats have bit Rovan. Rovan is about to bite back.
Oh my.
Targeting the large rat swarm there does a 17 hit.
A 17 definitely hits.
Oh my.
George Takai somewhere in the distance. No. Go get down. Not you. But later. Oh my.
So that will be a total of 30 force damage, which is
Dear
the sword
God.
is not immune to. And I believe I still have my movement correct.
You do, as the swarm that you smack immediately pierces down the middle of the two.
And having done that, Rovan is not particularly keen about acquiring any more rat bites. So, with his movement, he's going to use his omnidirectional mobility gear to make it across the river there.
Do I get attack of opportunity on that one? I don't know about
So
the
the
mobility
omnidirection-
gear.
Basically, you point it a direction, you pull the trigger, and it's the Legend of Zelda, the
Yes. I
That
technically
didn't-
think I do get an attack of opportunity on you.
Okay.
Now, I have a question. Hasn't been their turn yet since they last attacked Nox. Or since they're new entities.
No, but these are technically new entities.
Okay. Just curious how that works.
They are a new effective smaller swarm.
Before we do that, Nox, are you, when you did your pollen swarm, would you be willing to? I'm the only one that's taken damage so far. Would you be willing to have applied the healing to me at that point?
You just need to get him in range.
Yeah. I'll see what I can do.
Well, no. When so on your turn, is that something that you would have done?
If you asked.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway.
You guys, so it does clip you, yes, because it got a 23.
Okay.
But because of the fact that it is a full swarm, you will take 14 points of piercing damage as they are able to get a quick bite on your foot.
Great, googly, fucking moogly.
That's quite the bite.
Quite off.
Okay, and then Nox, if you're able, 2d6 HP.
2d6. Eight. Do I get any buffs due to intelligence and whatnot, or is that just straight?
No,
It is straight.
Aura of Vitality is just straight.
Okay.
As you feel the magic pass through and the pollen goes ahead and covers over to Roven, I will tell you that one of the tips disappears.
And he has 5. So are we talking points? So if I recall, he has 5 points on each antler.
Yeah.
Okay,
No, 5 points total.
5 points total. Gotcha. All right.
Do I feel any different? Do I feel weaker from that?
Nope. You feel a little bit lighter on one side.
Roven sneezes.
Bless you.
Anything else, Roven, before we move on?
That will be it from Roven.
Sorry, move to the next person. I apologize. I didn't mean to move. Oh, fucking Roven, you guys. That's not what I meant. Eris, your go. There are still swarms.
How clumped are they?
They are collectively all around you in one large wave.
Can I use Gust of Wind to push them into the hole?
Yeah, you can push them in the hole.
I'll do so. Whichever range I can do it.
Enemies go down the hole.
Oh my.
Sorry,
We're going to do hole damage. Okay, so
excuse
if you're using Gust of Wind or using Gust?
Gust of Wind probably seems a bigger area, I'm thinking, right?
The Gust of Wind is a single line of strong wind and a 10-foot wide blast.
Yeah, I'll use that one.
Each creature that hits must make a strength saving throw or be pushed 15 feet from you. Any creature in the line must spend 2 feet of close. Okay, show me how you're launching this.
Sorry, I'm just. So I'll move up. How? It's 10 feet away, right?
So the Gust of Wind is a 60-foot line, 10 feet wide.
And I move up here and attempt to push these 3 into that hole. Stay flying while doing this. Just kind of blow down, kind of like slightly down to get them kind of go shove.
Okay, so it's 3 rolls I gotta make. That's oh lord. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
What is your strength saving throw I gotta pass? CK. So saving throw is 13. Uh-oh.
As to quote a loyal friend, great moogly googly.
Right, googly moogly, it's all gone to shit.
So you watch as your wind passes through. The group that's closest to you, because of the angle, does not get as well affected. They are actually trying to bite up towards you. You see one of the group kind of move back. Some of their numbers fall in. They are going to. 2 points as they have lost some of their numbers. The other group completely disappears into the hole.
Yeet!
And
He's going
that
in the
fucks
hole.
that up.
Holy shit, that was unexpected.
As you guys feel this rush of wind that seems to pass through Eris's wing. Any gas or torches also go out. It's a bonus on each of your turns before the spell ends. You can change the direction of the wind. Oh, it keeps going for 1 minute?
Ah!
Oh, I'm in trouble. Oh, I'm in a lot of trouble. Oh, I'm in a lot of trouble. Okay. All right.
We
All
have
right.
tosses our hair and
Okay.
our hair whips
I'm gonna keep
dramatically
pushing these
a lot.
rats in as long as I can do it.
The bard takes this opportunity to look absolutely fabulous, of course. As one does.
They have to use 2 feet to move 1 foot.
Half their movement.
And you're 10 feet up in the air?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Fuck. One group can at least get to more. They do collect, and they are able to get a hold of Morris's leg as they crawl up and start biting at his fleshy skin. Not a great taste, won't lie. This is a bit aged.
I was gonna say, isn't this like Vale eating the mushroom again?
Oh no. No, he's not like that. Not like that. Not quite.
Mortis will take 14 points of piercing damage as they
Ah.
latch onto him.
Ugh. Oh no.
And the new swarm does seem to appear from above. Nox, it is your turn.
Oh, I'm having quite enough of this. Seeing the next group, Nox is going to sigh. Let me double check my numbers quickly because I think I. I just realized I'm not looking at smells, I'm looking at companions, and I found a rebranding ruffian, not a branding smite. One sec. Nox sees the big old crowd of rats that have formed up, and he is going to bring his hunting rifle to his shoulder and fire 2 shots. Or sorry, before he shoots, he's going to, with a bonus action, cast Branding Smite on himself, and then he's going to shoot the new bunch of rats.
All right, which round are we hitting?
The big group.
Big grid group. Okay, give me some damage rolls, or give me an attack roll.
22 hit.
22 definitely hits.
It's 2d10. 14, 15, 16, 20 damage. That's piercing.
Oh, God. Dang.
But he's also casting his branding smite with that, which is 2d6 radiant.
God damn.
So that'd be 27 with 7 radiant damage, and they are now shedding a dim light in 5 feet. And then his second attack. Does a 16 hit.
16 hits.
Oh. And that is...
They were already illuminating, and now they're illuminating more. They are very confused.
13 damage with the second shot. Thank you, Nikki, for your strength.
Eniki!
As the line and burning bullets pass through, the swarm is split in two as you see the two entities look at each other hissing, almost kind of as they are collectively angry that they have been separated further. Their collective intelligence seems to distribute between them. And you can kind of almost see now as these groups seem to be almost forming a ball in the center of each of their main groups.
I can only imagine the amount of blood and gore from those bullets passing through, just going pop, 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 pop.
I don't have enough gore. I need more gore. I need gore for that, so.
Just
Any other actions before next change?
compression.
Hurting so much. Why am I hurting so
One
much?
sec.
Oh, Christians. Yeah.
Compression support. Fail.
Why?
Compression's going to take a step forward, and he's going to attack the board in front of him.
Attack?
Yep. Oh, fuck, nice. 18. Does an 18 hit?
18 does hit.
And he has his magical scimitar now.
Oh my.
Cloak. You will die.
6. Now, this... I should probably do a quick look on scimitar, because I've never used it before. Or is that just a straight-up strength weapon?
It's just a straight up strength roll, I'm pretty sure.
So that would be 5 damage?
Okay.
And yeah, that's just a basic scimitar, because we swapped out the other one, if I recall.
As you slash across, seeing waves of
Oh, sorry. Add 1. 6 damage. I forgot it was scimitar plus 1.
6 hit. An additional rash flies into the air. Half.
Good job, compression.
Veil.
You now have your flanking.
They're rats.
That means she has a whole lot more flanks to hit.
I'm gonna attack things with daggers.
Throw them
You okay?
daggers.
No, my back has multiple spots in it that are hurting like hell. For some reason, I bent down to put the laundry in, and my back decided to spasm, so I've been singing at the top of my lungs for the past 10 minutes?
5.
Oh.
5. Okay. So, pardon me if my voice... Blah, blah, blah. Ow. Let's just go with ow. Soon to be impregnated on a shit ton of rats.
Imprint.
Okay.
I use the pain to work against the rats, okay, Nova? Does that make sense now?
I think you made everyone worried that you're going to impregnate these rats.
Not
no,
fucking
I-
20.
I mean, to impregnate a thing just means
And a
to infuse it
15.
with the essence of a thing. So, like,
I'm going to impregnate all the rats with pain, okay? It's going to be impregnated into their flesh. And then I'm going to fucking look the word up so that I know how to use it correctly.
You're technically using it correctly. That works-ish.
Just everyone is a pervert.
It's just not quite the right context for that.
Hi, no,
Like
911. I just want to ask,
Verb.
does Canada apply, or do I have to like pull out a state? Okay, I'll hold.
Okay.
I think he wants to
Well,
impregnate something.
I don't know if you ask consent of the rats.
Visible confusion.
It's a verb. 1. Make a woman or female animal pregnant. 2. To soak or saturate something with a substance, or to imbue with feelings or qualities. I'm going to impregnate the rats with death. Does that help?
I was gonna say impregnate with a steel pointy bit.
not.
I
Go-
made
go-
a nat
go-
20
go-
and a 15.
nat-
Okay, so just deal
Not
with
20 and a 15. Goddamn. Okay.
Those rats are quite impregnated.
What? Is that a damage roll of 15 or is that an attack roll of 15?
That's an attack roll of 15. And
You
a
see a
20.
couple of the rats walk away as they're holding their stomachs, like, "Damn, girl."
So she rolled 2 attacks, 1 nat 20, 1 15. That's what she's meaning. Not
Up.
that she rolled
Pregnant
15
with the
damage.
15 damage. Oh, that.
No, not 15 damage. Not 15 damage.
I think
Not 15.
Yes.
Well, wait. If
20 and a 15.
they both hit,
There you go.
Awesome. One was a nat 20.
That's now going.
so
Damage.
that's double damage on that
I'm
one.
gonna wail. Or make them wail. Whatever the fuck it works with.
and then
Okay.
there's the sneak attack damage. This is shaping up to be a very painful turn for these rats.
Yeah, they'll have to play child support.
Ah!
So that.
Actually, I think it'll be you
What do
that'll pay the child support if I understand
So
correctly.
how far along are you? Oh, well, I was stabbed just recently, so you know it's gonna be coming eventually. You look good. I know. I'm bleeding out just a little bit too much. I think I'm gonna die now. Okay, so will I. As he slowly just lay down.
I'm starting to wonder if my. So she's impregnating with daggers. I'm impregnating with magic bullets. We got Naya here that's
not how
impregnating.
that works.
We got Naya
Just-
here who's impregnating
just
them
roll
with
the-
buildings.
Just roll the damage. I can't even with y'all, please.
And then we have Eris here that's currently impregnating the asteroid with the rats.
Okay, all right.
Okay,
I don't.
Okay.
Okay.
Naya's a bard. This could be significantly worse if I were a different kind of player.
Sorry, I just have someone in giggle fits over here. I had to do it.
The impregnation could be much less hilariously metaphorical, my guys.
And for that, we will
Grateful.
switch to Bardic Inspiration music.
I think I broke her.
Can I have a
She's
damage roll, please?
She's still going.
Something is definitely broken, yes.
I've never heard her screech this high.
Gracious. Her microphone is
We
expired.
broke her back and her sanity.
Oh no.
Can we take a 5-minute brow break while she recovers herself?
Why don't we take a 5-minute bio break, everyone?
She has slid under the table, just so you know. I may have to go under there and dig her out.
My word.
No, that's a lady in pain.
But
Yeah, I can hear it.
that's not. She's cackling like a hyena.
Yes? Yeah? That's
Oh, we have broken.
Everybody go pee. We're gonna come back in about 4 minutes.
Sorry, hon, you have 5 minutes to get your giggles out. And maybe empty your bladder. One of the two may happen first.
Recommend you empty your bladder not under the table, but you know, totally know.
And the giggles are too.
The giggles are a thing.
Impregnated the rats with your daggers, and then I impregnate them with bullets. Naya impregnates them with the
Actually,
house.
that's what we do.
And then we have
Around here,
Eris that's
haven't you noticed
impregnating the asteroid with them.
It has come to my attention, yes. A couple of times.
I think you've even participated a time or two.
I mean,
Participated in what?
Silly shit.
Oh, absolutely.
The silliest possible bullshit indeed.
Oh,
Yay, verily, yay.
Our dark and brooding vampire is currently having a giggle fit over the table.
As one does. Very darkly and broodingly, I'm sure.
Yes, they're dark and brooding giggles.
You reset the giggle loop, you know.
That was the attempt.
I will say that as the characters come through the scene at the bar, you see Elnaya talking between a couple of men and women, talking up times and trying to collect numbers. Her brother in the distance watching over her shoulder. You see Roman having almost completely melded in with a wall with only his nose now exposed. You see Nox trying to disassemble a plate and put it back together in different maneuvers and ways. You can go ahead and see Eris, who consecutively is looking through and talking to different sailors about different ships they've been and trying to trade cards about different business deals. And somewhere under a table, there's a laughing Damphir.
Somebody is stealth giggling.
There's a Damphir losing her damn mind.
Her damp mind.
Her damn mind.
Oh my god.
I'm glad that you guys could just laugh. That's the important part.
It is a good quality to have.
I'm starting to wonder if the Joker just gave her a shot of his laughing gas.
It warms my heart to bring such joy to an individual.
That's how you end up impregnated.
Alright, well, the laughing seems to slow down. She's now coughing along it.
Think of something else.
oh.
You know what sucks is we didn't have Eris and Naya double team and drop a house on the rats through a hole.
This is
Portal, this is not, I'm afraid. Same hat. Same hat. Two clowns in the same circus. Making the same balloon animal from different ends.
Speedy thing go in,
We're just trying to work
Speedy
it
thing
from
come
the
out.
ground up.
That's called teamwork.
Indeed. Indeed.
So I'm curious, what part's the igniting, what part's the projectile, and what part is the cotton wadding that keeps them all in there? Because I foresee them shooting out of that like a fucking rocket next. We're gonna have a rat explosion in a second here.
What was it?
Rat explosion, indeed. Good gracious.
You need a hand?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, you're back.
Oh god.
We are ready to go when she can give me some damage.
Oh.
You're right away.
Oh.
Oh, she'll give you damage. There's a that's what she said joke in there somewhere.
How you doing?
Everything hurts.
Where's the flex tape?
My back.
Where's the flex?
Now that's a lot of damage.
To our engineers in the audience, have you ever had to apply flex tape before because it was enough damage and you just couldn't handle that shit?
Dude, I have applied all sorts of tape to all sorts of things in the course of my duties.
Gracious.
I am a field engineer. I fix things in the field. Oh, the shitheads designed this tool wrong? Well, let me drill some holes and fix that for you.
That's what one must to keep shit going.
Drilling holes is always a good solution.
Especially when shit is close to $1 million an hour, so
Sheesh!
one tries to keep the shit going, or else one accrues something called NPT time, which stands for non-productive time, and that makes my day really stressful.
NPT time?
NPT,
Department of
non-productive.
Department
they're
of Redundancy
making-
Department?
They're making their bad decisions your problem.
Yes,
Operations
that's
of them.
And then
That's
you make
why
it
I'm
the company's
sent-
problem.
That's my job on site, is to solve all of these problems, or at least to analyze them and come up with solutions before they become problems.
So, Vale, about that damage.
There was a 3 on my dice, plus a 6, which is 9. And I did a 20 and a 15, yeah?
Yeah, you had a 20 and 15. Roll all your damage from the 20, and then you add your sneak after you double. So initial damage, double, then sneak damage. Because I don't think sneak gets doubled, does it?
So 6 plus 6,
It's
12.
all damage is what I'm aware of.
Oh, awesome. 24. No, hang on. Fuck it,
Sneak
24.
attack damage on a
That's not
crit.
even including sneak attack.
Sneak attack is doubled as well, unless I'm very much
On
mistaken.
sneak attack on a crit, you double all the dice you have rolled, including sneak attack and the added relevant modifiers.
Awesome. Give me a second while I figure out what the fuck I just rolled.
A lot of damage. That's what you just rolled, ma'am.
She just stabbed a rat, and the rat exploded so violently that it created shrapnel for the rest of its pack.
That sounds appropriate to the situation, yes.
Vale is not having this shit.
13. I think.
Rogue capabilities.
13.
The rats have broken Vale's heart. Nothing, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned.
5.
The rats have broken Vale's heart, so she's breaking their kneecaps and everything attached to them.
Yes.
So 18 plus 26?
And that was the first group?
18 plus 26, yes.
And the second group? I didn't know if your whale was going.
It's just the 15.
Yeah, that's to hit, not the damage.
Oh.
Okay, so the 15,
1 second.
the 15 hit, and all that damage.
That's another 13. And the whales are... What the fuck are the whales again? I'm still getting used to this. Give me a sec.
It says the whale. You nudge someone closer to death. You can channel the power of death immediately after a sneak
7.
attack. You can target a second group that's within 30 feet.
So 7.
And which is the other group you're going for? Go. That group?
Them.
Okay.
Sorry, I may have like exhausted all the air in my body and I don't know where it went.
Eagle fits, obviously.
Apparently.
Well, that's just
You've
arrow
chopped
based.
down their numbers severely, down to just a few rats in the swarm left, maybe less than 2.
I honestly feel like I'm gonna pass out. I think I giggled too much.
Take a few deep breaths.
Take a breather. You got time.
You do sound pretty rattled.
Ilnaya?
It's been a day.
Sorry.
Was that on purpose?
I shall neither confirm nor deny on the grounds if I don't want to send Katie to the hospital.
It
No,
was on
I
purpose.
need more options of giggling. It's great for the abs. Come on.
Ilnaya, you can see.
She said,
that
were you
each
quite
of the
rattled?
remaining of that particular
I hate
pile
you.
are just
I
down.
hate
Hate
you.
you!
What?
I just heard the joke! And she squeaks like a rat. Of course she does.
I'm sorry, I can't help it. You know
Yes,
I'm
I
an
know.
ugly laugh.
But it's adorable.
You interrupted.
Keep going, Swan, sorry.
No, you're fine. There's only about 2 rats per these little piles.
Good. More for somebody to giggle to death.
I was saying, Roman, maybe you can befriend them.
No, you need to squish them. All.
They'd unfortunately die before you could befriend them anyway, given the way.
My old friends don't appear to like my new friend.
Your new friends are ugly. And their mother dresses them funny.
Goodness.
Oh, my mother is dead, thank you very much.
I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about their mother, damn it.
Well,
Their mother could be dead at this point.
I'm
Good.
gonna roll.
That's
I'm gonna
that's
roll.
a good problem.
I'm gonna roll aneurysm damage on myself.
No, I think I rolled it for you. I died.
and yet Sean keeps coming back to play with us. I don't understand this.
So, Ilnaya, it's your turn.
Right. So Nia is going to tater tot.
The cat has arrived.
She
Oh, I
has.
was going to say he's going to teeter tot.
Sorry, yeah, Posey is just
I
here.
didn't realize that was an actual option.
How does one tater tot? I would like to gain that ability.
Oh my God! So nice.
All right, so Nia is going to.
Allow me to introduce you to Naya's cat.
Oh, she's a one.
Let's focus. Let's focus.
Yes. Sorry.
No, there's giggles to be had.
I like the giggles when I'm not in a time situation.
So Nia is going to roll up her sleeves theatrically and say, "You asked for it," and she's going to cast Fairy Fire, illuminating every rat in a 20-foot cube. So let me just see if this actually works. Roll 20, please. Get that shit out of my way. Thank you. Where is?
I heard
Okay, where's
roll
the
20, please get this chin out of my way.
Oh no, not quite. Now where the fuck? Okay, where the fuck are the? I can't find the tools to manipulate this situation. What the fuck? Excuse me. What the? Hang on, I'm just.
The cat has appeared and is
no,
running around on her keyboard.
No, it's Roll20 has just decided to say no, fuck you. You may not use my tools. So I'm just going to F5 so that I may actually utilize the objects for the situation in question. As to where. Oh, Vale has a new token. I didn't even notice that till just this moment. Sorry, I haven't been zoomed in. I'm going to that. Yeah, that hits 20-foot radius of actually no, this locality. No, make it this look. I think this locality hits the most rats, so they're all going to light up in a greenish violet, a green and violet fire, and he's going to be like, you have one more chance. Leave and live. Should that be intimidation or persuasion, though?
That would be still intimidation.
With advantage still or without?
I don't know. I'd say with Vale popping a whole bunch of rats with a single stab.
They've watched their brothers fall in holes. There's people that have died, entire swarms. Their numbers have definitely gone down by more than half. Do with advantage.
Alrighty.
So I feel
Only
bad
a
for
14,
them.
alas.
No.
Sometimes the dice simply say nay. Nia is trying, but she is a little bit of a fluffy little creature and is not especially intimidating by nature.
They are pretty firm on screwing y'all over.
I don't know, man. That's a 13. I rolled a 14. That
Oh,
looks like a
sorry.
pass.
I looked at the 11. I
Yeah.
messed up. So oopsie. So at least two groups have agreed to kind of collectively go off on their own ways, the more intelligent ones. The least intelligent ones probably are not going to survive long enough of Eris's wind blast to get out. And at least one or two of them are trying to like rally up the remaining troops. Any other actions?
I'm going to give Bardic Inspiration to. I don't think Rovan needs it. I feel like Vale could use it after all the nonsense she's been under, so I'm going to give Bardic Inspiration to Vale. And Mortis is going to, posture up and just be an intimidating little. Well, he's going to try,
How are you
bless his
holding?
heart.
He's gonna puff his chest even though there's no oxygen there. So it's all muscle. He looks very pecked. Rovan, you have ziplined up against the wall. You feel some of your wounds and your nostrils healing and clogging. You notice several of the groups have started to divert themselves away back underneath the houses, but several groups still remain around your friends. What will you do?
It's unfortunate these rats wish to continue this. Can I please get this group right here, this larger group to the north of us, to perform a dex saving throw? They have to beat a 21.
Ooh.
Great googly fucking moogly.
Okay. No.
Robin will look over. We have a saying in the old country: kill it with fire.
Oh no.
Oh
My
no.
word.
He will
Oh.
hold both of his hands out, one with the purple dagger, and the other one just hand. And using 2 attacks, will simultaneously cast Sacred Flame as the 6 spikes shoot out from the dagger. The spikes become force damage, and the other one is radiant, so this will be 5 radiant and basically 17 radiant / force damage.
You
Good.
watch as the eruption of flame leaves your weapon.
I'm sorry. In order to get that, I apologize. As a bonus action, he will have cast Hunter's Mark prior to that attack. There's the calculations for that. Sorry to interrupt. Please continue.
No, you're fine. You watch as the eruption of light and energy pass through and fly over. The group blows up more, and you see that of the remaining, only 4 remain. 2 in each group.
Oh.
There's guts and there is maw everywhere.
And that will be all for Rovan at this point.
Eris, your spell Gust of Wind, I believe, is still going. There is a hole. There are tiny rats. What will you do?
Try and blow rats into the hole.
Blow
Play
the
mini
rats
golf.
into the hole. They are going to. Mini golf. Shut up.
Any rats within the range
watch-
of the hole, I'll just try and blow them in.
So I'm assuming that if you want to target the most, you're going to do like that kind of line.
Yeah, pretty much.
You are going to get compression in this one if you move the line down.
Compression's heavy enough, I think, you could withstand.
He's going to have to He's going to have to roll a strength saving throw.
So how? I'll move up here and kind of downwards. I'll get compression ahead of it, essentially. I don't want to push him in there. He's kind of useful.
He's kind of useful.
He actually does not have a really good strength saving throw.
You watch as the other group falls down into the hole and disappear. The other 2 will get pushed at least 15 feet and are barely holding on as they are feeling the winds push them closer and closer, you can actually see one of each falls down in. It's just 2 remain, one of each group. Any other actions?
That'll be it for me.
The 2 that are being pushed closer to the hole seemingly look at each other and unanimously let go. And they disappear into the hole. The 2 remaining, finding that they are heavily outmatched, make a run for underneath the house. The lights underneath both houses dim down to near faint drips. Faint blips. You are no longer in combat.
Nox is going to hurry to the edge and peer down. And one sec. And as he's doing so, he's going to pull a pebble off the ground and imbue it with light and plop it into the hole.
You drop the stone down as you hopefully don't run into Eris's spell. Eris, I'm assuming you cancel the spell.
I'll cancel the spell. I was saying that combat was
Okay, I was going to say, I'm like,
I will cancel the
You
wind
probably
gust
wanna
and
Nox,
to fly over and hover above the hole.
Nox does have spider climb, so I don't know if that's going to... Anyways.
Are you giving him the rock, or are you just dropping the rock?
I'm just dropping it.
I'm just looking down as it goes.
How far down are you going?
I'm floating above the hole. I'm just watching the rock fall.
The light of the rock eventually disappears.
Wilvin will appear over the side and see if he can find his one rat buddy.
Roll me a luck chance die, a D100, and call high or low.
Okay. We are calling high. Modifier of 0. 1 die. And it rolled low.
Oh no!
No rat. Shame.
You don't see any rats.
I think it is best that we move on quickly. I am uneasy the fact that those 2 chose to plummet down.
In doubt, get the fuck out.
Rovin, how badly injured are you?
I am merely scratched. It is inconsequential. Thank you for your pollen-based assistance.
Nox is going to rub his head. Yeah, this is, that was interesting. He spoke to me. I was never a pious one, but... well, this might change things.
Dear Lord.
Hmm?
That was called. Dear Lord.
Oh, I thought you said your lord. I'm like, what? What
Dear
about-
Lord.
Don't make me headbutt you. By the way, Vale, my gifts. I'm gonna point to his head.
Let's see.
You can see a set of long antlers now coming out, 2 points on each side, on each horn, coming out of Nox's head as he looks very much like a deer.
I can't believe this is happening. That was a weak one, I'm sorry.
We are playing to a unreceptive audience today, Elnai.
Unfortunate.
I'm sorry, where the fuck were you ever playing, sir?
Vale, can you do me a history check?
unreceptive and
Always.
almost hostile audience, apparently.
15 plus 17.
I want to pull the veil over you.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Pull the veil over her eyes.
Unfortunately, that seems to have been a failure.
That was a reach. That was a reach, but it still flowed.
The flow is everything, my friend. The flow is everything. It doesn't have to be right, it just has to sound right.
Yes. Your ability to find shards, Nox.
Don't remind me.
Aspen Beam has many, one of which to your deity.
Who?
The bitch counselor.
Wait. Say that again?
Aspen Beam has a shard of your deity. I could go back there again, but I'm rather certain A, I'd be recognized. B, she's probably up security.
Oh, that's okay. I fully intend to humiliate her in front of the council and have a joint effort be called upon her
I'll
of
be able to help you
investigation.
with that.
And if I have to,
I
I will execute her myself.
I may have some how's it called? Dirt on her. Vale will show people the letter and the journal she stole.
Most certainly, we will assign it to the keeper, and I'll make sure to inform a few dock workers that she cannot leave.
She's got tickets. Well, she did. Can we just inform them of all the things? Because I'm just going to inform
Sure,
them of all
absolutely.
the
You're
things.
fine. So effectively, and I'll read off. When Vale was investigating, she found that Aspen Beam's log. First of all, she has had a ton of logs. Is something that Vale would have said that it seems evidence that Aspen Beam was trying to hide information. The log, in which case that Aspen Beam had stolen from her, is chock full of strange writings and picturesque things. She seemed to log a large number of items on and off with different abbreviations and symbols, some of them making absolutely no sense, and some of just simple drawings. However, the last things written included 324 dot dot acquired exotic product, specimen A, B, C times 3, specimen D, multiple liquid containers, extraction process in progress, dot dot dot, complete, but how to use. At the end, there's suddenly a line that's crossed out that says sold. You see details, some scribbling and writing about different people involved, and a lot of information that seems to be targeted back towards the keeper. You find the notes regarding contacts with an individual looking for an assistance with a job requiring muscle on 309. It details changes in supplies and a lot of monetary debts that are coming in and out. She seems to get funds from local city officials and then expenses quite a few times. The last entry after sold is scribed, and that's how you get NM Jack. The letter, which does not appear to be very interesting at this time until you flip it open inside and immediately see a large symbol in the top right corner, a symbol that is associated with the coalition, specifically with the Everburn Corp, one of the major 3 companies. The letter is a congratulations to the beneficial deal that appears to have been struck between Aspen Beam and the coalition on a new plan for a major mining operation on Omnia 6. With the exchange of nearly 500,000 gold upon successful extraction of the available resources at the asteroid's core deep within the Delves and Underdark territory, the exchange of the deal would also include a large military base being placed in the city's merchant port. These are plans you had not heard of before. Inside the letter, you find 2 tickets and an invitation to Abora's upcoming peace talks at the planet's capital city at the end of the month. These talks appear to host several of the higher-ups of both the Coalition and the Natural-Born Forces.
We need to bring these to the Drow siblings. I don't trust anyone else.
Concurred.
And you trust the Drow?
I trust the fact that they wouldn't particularly like their existence to be bored into for 50,000 gold.
500,000 gold.
500,000 gold bounty
of
that
which
they
I-
aren't there to be seen. They don't
Ah,
get
so
this.
this is the enemy of my enemy
This is
situation, is it?
Exactly.
I accidentally got 2 men killed last night because of that idea. I'm willing to try it again, hopefully with less death this time.
Or
But
more.
also, the Drow siblings also are 2 votes. And they
Thank
owe
you,
us.
Reuben. I needed to remember my own guilt.
Doesn't seem
You
to
guys-
add up if
guys-
she impounded us. And yet
She
we're being...
she wanted information from the Sable Correctional Facility folk that she was holding on to desperately.
No, there's something else going on here. I was contemplating maybe she was the one that stole the artifact.
It wouldn't surprise me if she had you framed, no.
Yes, but it's too sloppy. It's a half-decent lawyer could explain that anyone could use a fucking disguise magic.
Obviously, this area doesn't seem to know of that very well, does it?
I'm wondering still who knows my name. Wait, hold on. That paperwork had my last name on it. Only the Sable Correction would know that. No, would they?
She has a few folk under her belt. Wouldn't surprise me if they were helping her with this.
Vale,
I
guilt is to the spirit what pain is to the body. It is a useless feeling. I recommend that you release it.
He died because of me. He was the only one who gave a shit about his own comrades. The ones who ended up dying in that fungus-ridden spot. The good men who, despite the fact that they were on the Coalition side, were at least decent folk who believed that what they were doing. That captain was the only one who felt anything for them, who remembered their names. And
Well,
I
I
asked
think-
him, what the hell is going on with this woman after she berated them savagely? He took a drink, gave me information, got into a tussle with his comrade, his subordinate who didn't know any better, so that I could break in and get out. And
Well,
I'll bet
well,
you bloody gold. She had them murdered too.
Good. Want to pin her on it.
well, then the guilt lies with her, not you. The truth is, unless you let go, unless you forgive yourself, unless you forgive the situation,
Enough.
unless you realize, you cannot move forward.
And it will make you
We
do
have
stupid
very-
things.
Indeed, and we have much forward to do.
We need you with your head straight. You are very...
My head's fine. I'll take your advice under consideration. What's next?
good at what you do. Don't get blinded, Vale.
Enough. Next.
You guys can continue. Where will you proceed?
Something just...
We have some goblins to find, if I recall correctly.
Can I smell them? Can I smell which way they might have went? I'm assuming they don't bathe that often, but I'm also assuming that they haven't changed their scent that much since below.
Smell for a gator or listen for their song.
The gator remains in the sanctuary, unfortunately.
That's right. Shit.
Can I smell them?
Survival check with disadvantage? What's with y'all and smelling people?
At 20.
Oh my god, come on!
She had to roll a
Wait,
luck.
with disadvantage?
Survival?
So
Okay, dirty 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
She rolled disadvantage and then she rolled luck, and then and had a reroll.
You take in a large whiff, and immediately can pick up what smells like little bits of goblin blood. It's not a grand taste to you, but it is on the tip of your tongue. And it seems to be flowing with the flow of wind coming north with the stream.
She's gonna point the correct direction and mention, I'm smelling them this way. And they're bleeding. Should we go?
Nox is going to quietly mumble, Iniki, grant me your power for a little longer. I have friends to save. Because gods do not interact in our world. We are the ones that must do the work we can.
We do.
Roven sneezes.
Gesundheit. Bale's gonna stalk forward.
Are you guys going stealthy, by the way?
Yes, I'm stealthy.
Probably should. Let's get sneaky.
Nox is going to fall behind a little bit so that Roven doesn't
19.
have an allergic reaction.
You approach a similar pile of bones, Vale, that you step over, and you can see similar to before. There's a mix of different skeletal sizes. Some of them are larger, some of them smaller.
I'm ignoring them. I've got goblin sword core.
The water gets deeper as you go, but the first thing you encounter is a large windmill.
A water wheel?
Sorry, a water wheel, my apologies.
She's gonna come over the chirp. Anybody on the path?
I would rather not get my feet wet where there is a perfectly
Yes,
good path.
You're boring. Next.
Alright.
There
And
seems
you
to be
are
one-
unwise.
I care not for my socks. Or your rudeness. Next.
I was not rude. I was
This
observant.
time. Bill's gonna walk along the wall so that she doesn't have to get wet.
Too late. The deed has been
There's a
done.
water wheel above here. Are you seeing anything that might involve a water wheel or need power?
You might want to keep it down. Your stealth will not be effective.
She's snarling.
Roven, you can start to hear the click, 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 click sound, and you appear to be at what looks like a smithery.
A smithy? A forge?
Smithy.
I will whisper shout back to Vale. The water wheel is for powering this your power hammer, I think. The device that goes up and down to make the metal bits.
Hammer.
Roven is not a smith.
Eris, where's that blunderbuss out of curiosity?
With me.
On your back? In a pocket?
That's probably on my back, yeah.
I just imagine like his normal pocket, but there's a whole fucking thing just sticking out the side. No.
Is that a blunderbuss, or are you happy to see me?
He's always happy to see you. What about it?
What is it? Come here.
Eris, I'll have to
Well,
teach you if you're going to use that thing.
Roven,
That wasn't for me. I
Eris,
was thinking
and
of that one.
Nox, I want a perception check. And Vale, while they're doing that, I will show you more of the map.
I am perceptive as fuck.
I have lost the
I had a
plot
good
of
perceptive.
Edwin.
19.
Eris perceives all.
This man sees fucking all things. Sorry, I was keeping up with everything. I just
What are those?
What are those?
What?
Roven, do you sense anything about?
DM, what do I perceive?
How many times does your primeval awareness work, or is it like a thing you have to like activate at certain times?
It
It's activated,
is,
timer six.
it is activated every time it's one spell slot to activate.
It has not pinged anymore since before, but I will tell you that cranium rats do not fit in the category of what had gone off.
I had assumed that was to be the case.
While you guys are passing through, Eris and Rovan and Nox, did you do a perception check?
19.
22 for me.
19. You all hear what sounds like a little burst of flame and a loud clank coming from the inside of the forgery. The door is locked at this time, from what you can tell, and everything. There's no actual windows or doors, but you can see little bits of sporadic energy coming out from underneath.
Okay, well, this is going to really be annoying, but, like, Nox is going to climb up the wall and try and go as high as he can to see if maybe there is a opening on the top for air to come in, circulation, that sort of thing.
You do see smoke coming out of the top of the chimney.
Nox is going to look for a piece of wood that will fit over the chimney.
You could find some wood around.
He's going to cover the top of the chimney.
Okay.
And he's going to wait.
Cover the top of the chimney.
He's going to wait for the smoke to build up and hope maybe something will come out.
While you're waiting,
Wow.
to those who are looking upriver, you see the corpses of 3 large giant hamsters. You see several large cases and crates, large cages, but what really catches your eye is these large piles of metal and these barrels. Some of them are tilted on their side, some appear to have dropped their contents. Farther upriver, you can actually see where one continues to pour this purplish-looking fluid out into the water.
Lovely.
Nox, after a while, you continue to wait, but there's no change. Every so often, you still hear a little bit of a coming from the front door.
And there's no windows, no doors, just a chimney.
No, there's a front door. It's just locked.
Yeah, but like no windows, no way for air to come in.
No way for air to come in. Otherwise, what will y'all do?
You said there's a door.
I'm considering casting air bubble and then climbing down the chimney.
Don't bother. Open the door.
I think.
Do you attempt the door?
Are you opening the door?
I'm gonna check it for traps and shit first.
Go ahead, do a trap sense.
13.
Plus,
You don't
what?
sense any traps on this door, but it is locked.
Gonna work on thieves' tools and work at that door.
Check to
Please
see if
hold
it's
that door.
unlocked first.
You said very clearly that it wasn't. You said that it was locked.
I didn't try and open it. I heard zapping behind it.
Is it locked?
It is locked.
I'm going to thieves' tools this.
Thieves hold that door.
22.
Oh my god.
You have advantage on thieves tools?
With a click on the door,
Oh, you had your proficiency bonus. You, don't
you
get
get
advantage.
this open.
Oh, sorry. Okay, hang on.
She keeps mistaking proficiency for getting advantage.
Let's go with 8. Might be a bit.
You're having difficulty getting this lock undone.
Yes.
You hear the click of your tools as you seem to be swinging just a little bit, but it's not unhicking.
Can I take a deep breath and try again?
Nox is going
You can
to walk down the side of the wall and give you cast guidance on your shoulder.
No.
Try it again, Vale.
Nat 20.
The second time that you've kind of gone another second to finagle with this door, you eventually now hear the click. As you kind of like, it's a stupid A key, not a B key. And you immediately are able to unhook the lock.
Gonna hold the door closed, look at Nox, gesture towards the door with my head.
Nox is going to stand above the door frame and aim his hunting rifle down so that if anyone tries to walk through, he'll be top of the head out their ass.
So she's gonna wait for that and then
Throw
throw the door open and step back.
As you pull open the door, you do get a very clear look of what's inside. And truth be told, the image I have does not do this justice.
Oh, the door's over
As
here.
you see a hanging array, it's fine, it's the same concept. A hanging array of arms, legs, torsos, and heads of autognomes.
Vale, are we clear?
I think. Seems to just be parts of gnomes, autognomes.
Nox is going to step down and he's going to look inside the room. Doing a perception check to see where that electricity is coming from before entering all the way.
Perception check.
Oh, nice. 20.
With a 22, your attention is drawn over towards the work table. And on the center of the work table, you get a good clear look at what appears to be almost like a mechanical heart, which I am currently trying to increase in size for everyone else who does not have the tiniest eyes in the world. And what you're effectively looking at is the shock coil for an autognome. This is effectively what generates the electrical charge and heart. You're looking at a scrapyard.
Nox is going to look around and make sure that it's grounded, not releasing stray electrical charges that could injure him, and just all the usual stuff before a technician goes and picks up something that's electrified.
Knock out, tag out.
I figured you'd approve that one there, Drew.
It does shoot off sparks once or twice. You do see the electrical current still kind of stemming through. It is an eerie sensation standing in a room with the dismembered bits.
Nox is
I
going
can tell you that the shock coils for autognomes are not, and I don't like to use the word cheap, but being creations of that of rock gnomes, and the only something that rock gnomes would know how to create, they are not created lightly.
That's why Nox is being very gentle with it.
It is a gold and metal coil in the shape of a heart that may be found within autognome. It's 3-inch spring size inside of a strand of metal that is used to help generate the electrical charge.
Nox is going to go his chirp. Bear with me, I found something precious here. It's mechanical, so don't worry too much, but just give me a minute. And Nox is going to take out his multi-tool and attempts to stabilize the connections so that he can pick it up safely and it won't randomly electrocute him.
Stabilize check.
I take it that will be an intelligence, right?
That will be an intelligence.
With proficiency? It is. I'm thinking Tinker's tools here, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So, ooh, that's a +10. Jesus. 22.
You're able to calm the heart as you see the current kind of slow down, and it leads down to just doing a simple.
Nox is going to gently pick it up and ever so gently place it.
You have effectively stopped the atrial fibrillation.
Such a real shame. Let's see if I can put this to good use.
What is it?
It's a creation of my people. It's the heart of an autonome. The very thing that beats within Clank. This
As
is
you
a
step out,
butcher shop.
oh, go ahead, please.
Sorry.
No, you go.
This is a butcher shop. No different than a place where cannibally humans.
Who said that autonomes were, I don't know, being taken advantage of? Not the wrong term.
I'm suspecting this is from the location of that gentleman that offered to buy Clank from me. Or one of his competitors.
Lovely.
He has some explaining to do. Nox is actually gonna we'll do one last thing. He's gonna pull one of the robots out from his pack.
You're gonna pull the bell out?
He's gonna pull the bell and he's gonna see.
Roll the dice.
Alright, that's a D4, right?
It's a D4.
2.
Maybe you have to scroll all the way back.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing too.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, hold on. Scrolling.
Shouldn't be that high up.
I'm so sorry, Falcon. I thought you said, "Can I investigate the berries?" I'm like, "What berries?"
I know, right? That's why I kind of thought I put
I was
first.
like, I don't understand. Hold on, my screen is loading. That's not what I want. That's
2, so to tinkle.
As-
Damn.
You can try again if you want.
Yeah, he's gonna try again.
You go ahead and press the button. You hear a large wing and a clank. And then eventually, a
Okay.
Tinkerling falls out. It salutes you and kind of just flutters. You can see it kind of just does like a spring thing on one side and to the other. Side to the other. You gonna give it a shot?
Yeah, he's gonna give it another shot, so I'm gonna roll. Fuck, another 2.
You go ahead and hear. Another one falls down. It salutes you, and they both simultaneously kind of do the same, like side one step as they kind of bounce together.
I'm trying to think. Anything I can do with those things? This cast mending, eh?
They produce light. They can do search and repair.
Sorry, but I'm actually trying for something here because there's enough bits and pieces that I could possibly get us something fancy from it while we can continue on. Nox is going to press the button again. Hopefully it's a 3. 4. Cryobot. And fuck, he's gonna press it one more time for 5.
There's only 3 charges. I
Oh,
think.
that was 4 charges.
Nope, it's only 3.
Yeah. So Cryobot.
As a tiny sphere falls out and drops down, uncurls, and you see a tiny cryobot that salutes you.
Nox is gonna look at the 2 Tinkerlings. Follow that construct there. His name is Compression, and make sure you keep him in good shape. Cryobot. Nox is gonna offer his arm out for it to hop on his shoulder. Keep with me, I might need you. Alright, friend. There's a bot in here that might be able to find something useful in this mess of parts and pieces. I was trying to see if you could find that for us, but not today.
And you have shouldered a cryobot as the 2 Tinkerlings seem to follow Compression.
Alright, then we'll continue on.
I'm going to move them as 1 unit while we go along.
That's okay.
As you continue to move along, it becomes more apparent what you guys have been passing. The small screws and arms, the piece of metal. This place was a chop shop. The large cage is much larger than what would be used to hold the several giant hamsters that had been deceased, and you can actually see that their insides had almost been blown out. You see 3 large cases and crates that also seem to be cracked open.
Is there anything in the barrels?
You look at the barrels. Can I get an investigate check?
Nox is gonna, Rovan, shift up. I don't want to give you allergies.
Roland will just roll his eyes.
You look into the barrels, and initially you notice that it's this weird purple fluid that doesn't seem to change or shift when you look down inside. But looking really closely, you see that there's these little kind of floaty things here and there that are kind of they look like shrimp that are kind of curled up. None of them are moving.
Can you do a nature check on the shrimp to see what the investigate?
You
The
can
normal part?
do a nature check on them shrimp.
By the way, where are these barrels that we're talking about?
They look like really bad shrimp. Probably not good to eat. Sorry, what was the question about the barrels?
Where are we? Where are these barrels?
They are the purple barrels that you are looking at, here.
Okay, perfect.
They are all hugging along the river. Some of them have actually poured into the river. You guys can do further investigation checks if you like, or further
Investigate
do
these
a review of the
containers.
barrels.
Do all the barrels have
containers
this?
that you- As you look inside the containers, you will see they smell rancid, horrifically rancid, and it becomes apparent that they are all filled with this weird excrement.
Are they like a giant hamster excrement, or what kind of excrement is it?
They are not big enough to hold giant hamsters.
Like the excrement from giant hamsters, or what kind of excrement is it?
Survival check?
It is caked all over the place. You can do a nature check, I guess.
Damn.
Oh my god, look at you. You are able to recognize as you kind of look around, this is definitely not. If you were to carry around a bunch of giant hamsters, which by the way are domesticated, so they don't really need to be carried in cages like of these kind of size, but you notice that there's no holes or anything. If anything, you suspect this is where the swarms came from.
Found party. I believe I found the source of the swarms we were dealing with earlier.
3 crates, 3 swarms. Does make sense.
You guys can do another nature check if Eris is willing to show you guys the fluid barrels.
Nat 20. Nox would have been investigating one of the busted up barrels with the shrimp already. That up here. Are we? Rovan, why did we come here?
I believe we're looking for goblins.
Yes.
But what was the clue that led us?
We received a note in a package that was delivered by courier. They had specified that we should be off this asteroid, else we would be killed, and our goblin friends were taken. We had investigated the sanctuary where the gator was still there. However, the goblins were lured away with promises of work. Employment.
Best damn workers you could have.
I got that message, by the way, Swan.
It's like
Something feels off. Why? Like, this feels like a investigation, a red herring almost.
Possibly.
Why would something decide that they needed us off this bloody asteroid? Only to lure away friends?
Nox is going to reach into the bucket and kind of sniff stuff and inspect it. Oh, well, they're illithid tadpoles.
Excuse me?
You heard me exactly.
Oh dear.
Yes, I might have been hoping that, I didn't hear you correctly.
What the fuck is going on?
I'm going to reveal more of the map as we go. Hold on.
Nox is going to investigate the barrels to try and see if there is any sort of company marking or any of that.
Okay. You look over the barrel and you definitely can identify that they are not having any particular markings involved. It would be unusual probably for someone to sell probably the weirdest and most unnecessary fluid ever. Going through a couple of the barrels, you can maybe once in a while see possible movement, but it's kind of hard to see. As Rovan, you start to approach from the far.
Nox is going to put the lid back on that because he is not wanting that to open up or any of that. And if there's potential movement, either something is twitching or something is hiding, he is getting the fuck away from there. Heading further up this side for what it's worth.
And so are these pools here, do they contain live illithid tadpoles?
The pools you're looking at do not seem to contain any illithid tadpoles. They do seem to be the same fluid that was found in the barrels, but you find several dead bodies laying in these pools.
Can I investigate the nature of the pools, taking careful not to very much care not to get any of the fluid on me?
Sure. Go ahead and do an investigate check.
It's a shame these are unmarked. It means that this is from a company that's doing the work themselves. We can't follow the trail there.
Investigation 3.
Do me a history check.
History check of 16. I will let the party know, or I'll let Ares know that we've seen this material before uh, when we investigated the Nautiloid ship, right when we picked up our friend from the Leaky Barrel.
Rovin,
Yes?
we had a bunch of slimes that were attacked and toyed with and murdered. They were shoved in barrels by a unknown group of privateers. Very possible a group that transferred goods like this. What do you suspect that this could have been an attempt to mind control one of the elites?
I suppose, or would they perhaps have infected the one of the elites with the illithid?
My thoughts exactly.
Eris and Roven, give me perception checks.
Is Nox going to also notice that thing in the water there?
It's definitely apparent to see all this fluid. You see the barrel pouring out the fluid into the river.
"13 for perception as well."
Good. There'll be messages in a second to Roven and Eris.
Nox also would like to do a perception check on the barrel that's draining into the water.
Roman will look over at Ares and Helnaya and pass along that information with a shrug. There is a message that says, "You had me anxious, Mordecai? We don't know a Mordecai, do we?" But anyway, this individual that wrote these messages are not very happy with this Mordecai and would very much like to cause them pain.
I will drop this into session highlight.
Dear.
Those are written on the buildings that you're most close to.
no.
Well, I am suddenly experiencing dread.
Right, friends, keep it.
As I said, these are mission session highlights for those who get within building scene.
Hold on, wait. We currently have like flying and dragon noises. Is that supposed to be happening?
That's not dragon noises.
Okay.
As you feel the ground shake beneath you.
Okay, so that was planned. That wasn't like an accidental to the next scene. Gotcha.
No, that's planned.
What the?
GM, just for what it's worth, Nox was doing a perception check on the barrel leaking.
What exactly are you percepting? Are you
J-
trying to look for?
If there's any life in and around this liquid.
You perceive down, and the brightness of the Tinkerlings as they kind of sit on the shoulders of compression give you just enough light that in the depths of this dark and swirling fluid, very briefly, you do pick off what looks to be like a live tadpole.
We have live ones here.
Live what?
The tadpoles.
Oh no!
Stay out of the water.
I was not feeling particularly in need of a swim. Thank you for the information.
And with that, Nox is going to step away, and he's actually going to climb along the roof. How high is the roof? Like, is this something where he could walk across from one side to the other?
So the ceiling goes all the way to 60 feet, but the waterfall you guys see only goes up about 40 feet.
It's best I probably go around. Nox is going to go around and across the bridge.
Vale, you've been quiet. What are you going to do? What are you investigating?
Done?
Who it is, Vale?
No, she's here.
I don't even know where the fuck everybody is.
Up and to the right.
Yeah, you actually moved up behind me, so you walked up behind me, and then I moved a different direction.
Gonna find my way across. I don't know. I'll keep an eye on the flank.
Vale, do me a survival check.
5.
Give me a reroll.
18.
In fact, most of y'all go ahead and you know what? I'll keep it to Vale right now. messages.
Pardon? Oh yeah, you do. Okay, good.
There's something rotten here. Rotten milk. That doesn't happen to smell like any particular fungus creatures, does it?
No, but you know that smell well.
The glove.
And the milk rears its ugly head.
Ugh.
No. Closest to that?
The closest to that would be technically Ilnaya.
Naya,
Back
back up. Right
Yeah,
now.
with that. Nia does so immediately.
All of you, back away now.
Wait, back away which direction?
Just away from that house.
Oh boy.
Like, this is not even a request. This is a get the fuck off or I'll hurt you because something else will do it worse. Thank you. That should be good enough. I'm
Nia just sort of gets dogpiled.
I assume that
White
Ares
Death.
is flying.
Oh.
Oh no.
It's coming from the house
You-
just beyond the puddle.
Right, should we would covering our mouths and noses do anything? I don't. Is this disease a spore? What is this?
From the looks in the direction, you can see that the windows and the frame of the house has been boarded up significantly, but it does not seem to have stopped the smell.
I recommend that we immediately set that entire structure on fire.
That does
Good.
seem wisest.
Is that how
Right.
you kill it, Vale?
DM?
When in doubt, refer to old family saying, kill it with fire.
Fire, yes, we know.
There's always one
Give
problem.
me
Fire
one.
may propagate the spores.
Since when does fire propagate spores?
Magical diseases?
It's
Some fungi do explode when exposed to heat. Well,
this
no,
is
that
an
might be
after effect.
Not if there's enough heat, they can explode all they want.
No.
Hmm?
This, if it's smelling this bad, it's an after effect. I don't think it's viable now.
Are you willing to stake your life on that?
There's so many jokes I could make, and none of them are particularly happy right now. Compression,
please.
could I borrow you?
Question, follow Vale.
We will have to sterilize him afterward this, you realize.
And I can't get into that house on my own.
Question does not mind showers and baths.
Unless you have another suggestion, Ranger.
Are your tinkerlings going in?
Oh, I got the wrong one. Yes, they are. I ordered them to follow him.
I'm gonna try and get compression to like pry open something that I can get into to just see, and if there's nothing of any use, then I'm gonna back up and like suggest whoever wants to set it on fire is welcome to.
So, to recap, we have illithid tadpoles in the water, and
You handle the illithid. I'll handle the like sprawling potential spores of death that killed everything I ever loved. All right? Is that all right with you?
an infectious disease down here. I
I'm already
believe that we...
dead. What would you like?
Oh, I'm just observing our surroundings.
I commend you on your exceptional observation skills.
Please proceed with whatever you intend to do.
Continuing to commend you on your observation, I could do that if you wished.
My wishes have no bearing on your actions.
Has anyone found any information on this places?
We have a name, but
Who?
no Mordecai.
Nox's face is going to go white.
Are you alright?
You know this guy?
You know this guy, this Mordecai? Up in the sky, where Ares doth fly.
Take a
Vale's
look
gonna come
at
over and
in a
stomp
book,
on Raven's
reading Rainbow.
Take a break. Don't even try.
I
Don't
have
And then
mess
she's
with
going to
the
tap
him, it's
gently on the
Mordecai.
back. Good lord.
No, dear God.
This is starting to sound like a Dr. Seuss book.
I have a sibling named Mordecai.
Oh no.
Well, that clears up quite a few things now, doesn't it?
How similar do you two look, perchance?
Enough to be perhaps mistaken by an observer for one another?
Nox is actually going to like fall to his knees, breathing
Breathe.
heavily.
Breathe, gnome. The smell comes from those who are long gone. If it's your brother,
Not long gone.
if he's here, he is. If he's inside the house, he is.
It is unlikely that he is inside the house.
He could be the one shipping all this. Family could be involved.
Not anymore. Clank, open me a window, if you could. Compression, sorry.
Russian would give you a very odd look at
Just
first.
Fucking open the goddamn window!
Which window are you opening?
I don't care. One that's boarded up so I can peek in.
Okay. I need a strength check from. So for correction, it is this house, and there is a
Fine.
window right there.
Cool. Can compression, like, smash open a board for me? I just need to check, like, inside. And if somebody has light that or on a pebble, that'd be great. I just want to toss it inside and check it out.
I suppose I can light an arrow on fire and shoot it in if you'd like.
That would be most helpful. Actually, hang on. I've got fucking dark vision. Never mind. Compression, could you open a window?
Compression's going to cross his arms at you.
Please, dear.
He happily tries to smash a window open. Ooh.
So you're gonna have compression smash a window open?
I literally just want him to take a board off so I can look inside.
Compression would move into position. Do you want him to avoid the puddle?
Yes, please.
He'll move into position to go around the puddle. And it's almost a quick yank to get this board off. But there is a visible window. Visibility into its side.
Excuse me. I'm gonna just, like, bound over there and peek inside. Also skirting around the puddle.
Looking inside, you see the entire place inside is filled with what looks to be like Natural Born Forces uniforms.
Natural what?
Natural Born, that's
Natural
the other
Bo-
faction. Natural Born. That's not the coalition.
You could do a
That's
history
the
check
other-
if you like.
There's so much information behind the Natural Born that just can't be like, oh, it's this. It's the other big faction. Jesus Christ.
10. There you go, for the record, Sean. All the great rolls I had yesterday.
As you think back to yourself, the memory passes you by of when you guys were at the meeting between you guys and the Keepers. You remember Anta saying, the Council, you remember Anta saying that the people that came onto her ship were all dressed in Natural Born uniforms.
Vale's gonna shudder. We may need
These
to
are these by the way are not organized. They are like thrown in.
We may need to ask our slime friend that we rescued. What the people who tortured her smelled like. There's natural born cloaks in here, and they're everywhere. Are there any people?
You don't see any people except the dead ones behind you.
Nox is going to look right over at Robin, even though he's still shaking. My theory is starting to sound closer.
Mm.
I'm going to back up.
Who clicked out?
Probably your
What?
yeah,
Kinku.
your Kinku.
There we are.
Yes.
I'm going to back up. Bade compression come with me, and whoever wishes to set this on fire, have fun.
Let's possibly investigate that noise first. Or at least set up positions.
When
Maybe
you
defend
move,
against it.
when you move there, sorry, Vale, you do get to see that there is more writing on another house.
I'll go investigate.
And that is in session.
Oh my. Well, this is going to be a thing, isn't it?
Nox. In your family, did they call anyone cub?
Not that I'm aware of. Mean many things.
Of all the bloody asteroids in the universe, there's one particular one that ends up with you and your potential brother around? There's got to be more than one Mordecai about.
Exactly. Be me.
Precisely. I'm going to err on the side of coincidence. And who wants to burn down this everything?
I don't
As you're
disagree.
also looking towards this other sign, you do get a clear look of south of you, and you see what looks to be like a large gate or cage with over top a sign, not written in blood, that does say merchandise.
Nox, does your brother perhaps speak giant or have any reason to have picked it up on his travels?
Yes.
Yeah. Interesting. Yes, I would say the law of coincidence does not apply here.
Uh, when I say yes,
What did he. Merchandise?
Merchandise.
Merchandise being of the live kind, I suspect.
that's what I meant. The language I'm unsure, but merchandise, yes. All. My family's had to be capable in speaking many languages.
How many creatures are about?
You only hear the constant loud sound of one.
How many bodies that may have been merchandises?
You'd have to go beyond the wall to go look. It's a locked gate.
Exotic product?
Vale, are we able to come nearby? Are we able to join you in there?
What would I know about the White Death and, like, at this stage in existence? infecting live folk.
So, from what you remember, although the White Death was known to kill quite a few people, the spores only lasted for so long. The reason they had called it the White Death was because of the fact that in the final stages of the disease, uh, the individuals effectively dematerialized down to calcium, and large clouds of which were known to wipe out entire cities. But after that, all that remained was the smell.
Lovely. If you go around the puddle, you lot should be fine.
The puddle is unrelated to White Death.
Naturally, I just don't like the look of it.
Out of curiosity, does Nox smell anything from the White Death, or? Is
Oh
it
yeah, the closer you guys get to the puddle, the closer you guys get to the building, the more it does smell like rotten milk.
I take it the aura does not affect it.
The aura does not make it better. It just makes your nose stuffy.
If your name is Rogan.
Rovan has to get allergy shots. Eris, what are you making of all this stuff that's been going on? Elnaya, how do you feel about everything been going on?
Oh, this is disgusting. And Nia is just deeply unnerved. This is not. Oh, she was hoping it wouldn't be like this, but it's not to be. Oh, you rarely get what you want. I'm not sure what really she would be doing here. She doesn't have any particular skills in this arena. She's a bard. She's she's not stupid, but she's not she has absolutely no grounding in infectious diseases. She has no idea what the fuck to do with any of this. She's just sort of hanging back, trying not to breathe in the bad smells.
Can you guys give me a medicine check?
What, all of us?
Yeah.
Yes. Or whoever's closest to the puddles.
Wait, no.
Nia knows nothing. Literally nothing.
I'm gonna
Your
fry.
brother is trying to comfort you at this time as he's trying to figure out what's wrong, and he's kind of rubbing your side. This is quite a bit to be taking in, Elnaya, as your memories of everything going on and trying to understand. You were just a bard seemingly months ago.
Nox got a 7.
Rovan got a 21.
Thank God.
Rovan, as you got a look at the bodies, you realize that, truth be told, they're not that old.
Uh-huh.
You'd guesstimate they're about the same age as the blood that you saw earlier.
I will pass along my findings to the rest of the party.
Interesting. Concerning too, but I'm going to chalk it up to the rats, maybe? Everyone died, and the rats ate them.
But then why would the rats be smarter from that? Is it from that?
They were cranium rats. Of course they were smarter.
Those are mutants. They were created later.
Oh, so for some reason I thought the mutation might have come from them. She gestures sort of vaguely at the corpses and the general. This is a clusterfuck.
I have no idea, Naya.
This is a clusterfuck. Next week's clusterfuck, because that's the end of the session, guys.
Apt.
Oh boy.
You're not
Now we
making
all
this easy on
get-
Nox.
No, I have to make you guys think hard. But
What-
you guys did great. You guys fought the cranium rats. You've discovered what seems to be a chop shop, a very illegal chop shop, and seemingly what seems to be the remains of the uniforms used. What are our thoughts? What's going on? Eris, I haven't heard from you in hours.
Why? For the group, really?
Anyone else? Thought process?
Oh, I have thoughts. Like even the fact that I made the little like, hey, I think this is what happened. It's just like, oh, fuck, I wasn't far off.
Robin would like to sterilize the entire area, including the contents of the river.
Mia concurs. Kill it with fire.
Yeah, yeah.
I have told a number of people when discussing about the D&D group about how quickly y'all are to go immediately to let's just napalm. But guys, listen, it's not even that bad. We're just gonna napalm. It's not even that bad. I already lit the flame. It's already gonna
You
go off. You
literally
should believe.
called it White Death.
I-
I don't know where we're gonna get it. Look. You know how you purify water without without filters and shit. Even with the filters and shit, you boil that sucker.
Yeah, then you get rid of tadpoles.
I do feel a little bad because the illithid tadpoles are children, but they are also illithids. Which, I mean, their life cycle requires destroying the life of another living being, so that's kind of horrifying in and of itself.
It's only when they go to the next phase that they're actually like somewhat decent.
I can
Fine,
tell
he's
you that
fucking illithid.
cranium rats are technically an extension by which of the illithid tadpoles.
What?
I believe
Oh.
I might be wrong about that one.
Oh,
And this
No.
all makes me feel so much better.
I'm fairly confident that they are
Go.
technically trying to find it. There it is. Wiki. I might be wrong. I think I'm wrong. I think they're just exposed to the brain power. But still, yeah, they can come from tadpoles.
Awesome. Tadpoles. Great session. Loved it. Wow, okay, cool. The giggle fit from earlier has officially drained whatever existence I had, and I need the
Good
sleeps now.
Yeah, you got an
Good
early
night.
morning. Good
Yeah,
night,
Don't
Katie.
we all?
Sleep well.
Sleep
drive
well,
safe.
everybody. Be safe, everybody who's coming and everybody who's staying at home, which honestly, great for you because you never get to stay at home, so good for you.
I have to go tear apart my Forerunner and put new suspension bits in.
Oh,
God damn it, I thought you were actually going to sleep in.
No, I have lots and lots of stuff to do.
well, now I feel better that you're not coming.
Do your
It just
best.
never ends.
Oh God, just get it done with, Drew. Rest. Get it done with. Don't be stressed.
Get some rest, man. The rest of you, have an excellent weekend. I'm going to bed now. Night!
Bye, Katie.
It's Wednesday. Well, Thursday now. Oh, wait, you're going to be there. Okay.
Bye, Falcon. I know you're going to sleepies.
I will be good.
Yeah, there's a lot to consider and unpack there. Jesus. Yeah.
I'd like to go ahead and thank the sponsor of today's show, Milk.
Oh, no. Oh, you motherfucker. That's what you meant.
No, actually, I'll tell you where that actually came from. I had opened up the fridge, and do you all remember like the 1950s campaign for "Have You Seen Me"?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's where that came from.
I was going to say, but at the same time, also, Porque no los dos, I guess.
Yeah, yes. I was like, man, you know what? who act like children. You're easily manipulable friends. And now I just need a. Now I'm just gonna need to get a milk carton with just like a bunch of goblins on them. Be like, have you seen me? Please call. Fucking somebody else.
I will end you.
Well,
Do
I'll
not
have
hurt
you
the
guys know.
gobos.
I'll have you guys know. It is currently 2:00.
Yeah, well,
Some of you may not be too tired to understand that, but
No.
effectively you have not law.
somehow we managed to go to the completely wrong area.
Yes, but it's not a total waste. We seem to have uncovered. However, we do have a trail of goblins going to this area, so
And I guess there's actually, I should say, there's one big clue, which is someone that's named the same name as one of my brothers, and, well, I'm probably not the only magic user. I'm going to say it like that. And disguise self, and even hell, you could buy a mask of disguise.
you know what? He probably looks close enough to you that
It wouldn't take much.
He is my younger brother. My
That's
young,
weird.
sorry, my older but young second youngest.
Well, you guys can digest all this information for the next week. Think about it. Tell me your theories. Your brother will sell some more shirts. Are aliens real? Who be the Mordecai? When you turn the shirt around, it says dramatic sound.
Not gonna lie, it was a little jump scare because oh, this is so stupid. A character, another bard I played actually was named Mordecai.
Mordecai is a very common name I use for my characters.
Now we're going into multiverse.
Yep. All aboard, I guess. Look out, there's fucking Spider-Man.
Well, guys, I will let you all think this over. I have to go snuggle in the wife, but I hope you all have a great night.
I have to go sleep myself. Have a good night, everyone, and I'll see you on the flip side.
Take care.
Yeah,
my
I know.
friend.